Let's fucking go, you fucking bitches. You're listening to Boulder Talk Radio for the 4th of March, 2021, where we ask the question, is Q real? And if so, what numbers would he pick for the lottery? Only the hard-hitting questions here on Boulder Talk Radio. Asking the questions the mainstream media won't dare to ask. If QAnon is real, if the predictions will come true tomorrow, the 4th of March, technically today, the 4th of March, 2021, when President Trump becomes inaugurated for a second time, I want that motherfucker's lottery numbers. That's what I want.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Because fuck it. At this point, you know what? If that prediction happens, I'm just like, fuck it. Let this guy take over. If somehow it happens, let Q do it, right? Let Q annihilate the deep state. Let Q come out, show that it's not just some Chuck E. Cheese looking motherfucker, and actually like do something, you know, like because if they could, if like Obama and Biden and Clinton and the Podestas and the Rothschilds and the Hiltons and the Hollywood elite, you know, and I don't know, like fucking the spirit of Mother Teresa are all rounded up and arrested for child sex trafficking and pedophilia tomorrow. Especially that Mother Teresa. She was always a shady one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, totally shady. But if they all get rounded up and arrested tomorrow, and somehow Trump is inaugurated on the 4th, then I think at that point you kind of have to give it to him. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, yeah. I mean, if you can pull a win out of your ass after literally losing an election with absolutely no changes to the election results at all, if you could still win after that, then sure, you deserve the fucking presidency, I guess.
Exactly. It's not even just the presidency at this point. If that happens, I am all for eliminating the Electoral College, going into a staunch dictatorship, and letting them have free reign. Let's go full Handmaid's Tale. All right.
You know, you could have just stopped at the Electoral College thing, and you would have gotten a big thumbs up from me, but, you know.
No, I got to take it to the extreme.
Just like
I gotta take it to the extreme. You know what I mean? Like we'll rehire Gina Carano. She'll get brought back into work.
Okay.
She can stop hiding in Jon Favreau's his attic. She can stop being the new Anne Frank. That was a joke. That was a joke I made earlier tonight in my friend's stream because they were watching this video from some dickless wonder named Doomcock, and he said like, you know, that they had to hide, that Jon Favreau actually hid the big reveal at the end of the season from the president of the company, right? He hid it from her so then she wouldn't know, so then she wouldn't interfere and ruin it. That was what he was saying. And I'm like, well, if he has that ability to hide Luke Skywalker from the head of the company and that they won't know about it, she wouldn't know about it until the release of the show, you know, then he's got the ability to rehire Gina Carano and just hide her in his attic. Bring her down when they needed her shoot, run her back upstairs for
That's where you're wrong. And the only reason Kathleen Kennedy didn't say anything about it is because she was too busy hanging out on Epstein Island. That's 100%.
Yeah, that's going to be the next theory here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
We joke, but you know, it might actually come out.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. Like how many of those QAnon people are coming out trying to argue that that Tom Hanks is a child killing pedophile.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Right, because he took a selfie or something like on Route 66. You know, on Instagram, and that was like part of like, because the thing is like, and I really should maybe do like a Stranger Days podcast on QAnon. I just don't know like how much of my own fucking sanity I want to dedicate to that project.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Because but I would really want to focus predominantly on the Isaac Cappy part of it. Now, Isaac Cappy was this guy. He was an actor, like a minor character actor. Showed up in like Thor in 2011. I think like one or two other projects. But this guy ended up becoming kind of like the face of QAnon for a while because he came out and he was all like, the Hollywood elite, they're all pedophiles. They're all all this crazy shit, right? And then everyone's like, yeah, this fucking actor, dude, this guy has been in like You know, he was a clerk in Thor, right? But this guy has his fingers on the pulse of the Hollywood elite.
Yeah.
You know, he knows where the children are kept in the cages. He knows where they do the bloodletting in order to consume the plasma of the young in order to rejuvenate their skin. It's the whole new, you know, paleo diet.
Imagine your claim to fame being that you had like a cameo role in what's probably the worst MCU movie. That's pretty fucking sad.
Captain Marvel? Thor is better than Captain Marvel. Fuck you.
Okay, I forgot.
Thor is better
Marvel
than Captain
existed.
Marvel. Yeah,
I forgot it existed. I apologize.
that's okay. So did everybody else, even though it made $1 billion.
Yeah, somehow.
But this guy, he killed himself in 2018, right? He killed himself in 2018, about a few weeks before my blowout, right? He threw himself off a bridge, I believe, in Arizona,
That's
and
shitty.
he killed himself. And it's terrible. It's unfortunate. But like he became at that point like Saint Cappy to the Qs. You know, he like, you know, a lot of people thought that the deep state killed him rather than mental illness. You know, a lot of people thought that the deep state came out and that they assassinated him by throwing him off a bridge because he quote unquote knew too fucking much.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And this is an actual fucking conspiracy. This is an actual honest to God conspiracy. Within the, you know, QAnon and that entire organization. I mean, they've moved on from him. It's been a number of years now. They've moved on from it because there's now, you know, March 4th, 2021, Trump is getting reinaugurated. And you know why they chose March 4th? Why that day is the day?
No, why?
Because up until I think like the 1930s or somewhere in the mid 1900s, March 4th was actually the inauguration day, not January 20th.
Really?
So yeah. So when they failed to win 65 lawsuits aimed at overturning the election results, and those all failed, -1 for people who I know are going to try to, like, you know, nitpick this. All of them failed, and Biden came, Trump left, Biden got inaugurated, and then here it's been like, you know, almost like a month and a half, and you know now these Q people are going like, no, but Trump's going to get. It's going to be on the real inauguration day, 1776, baby.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, like, if this doesn't actually happen on March 4th, it's going to be July 4th that people are going to say.
Yeah, that's the next part. That's the next part. The next fucking part of it's going to flat out say, they're going to go, no, it's not March 4th, it's July 4th. Why? Because it's fucking Patriots Day. That's what it's going to be.
No,
you know they're going to say that. They're going to say that. Then all of a sudden, Mel Gibson copies of The Patriot are going to start selling out of everywhere. You're going to find out there's going to be like, that was really the codex the entire time.
Hey, coming this Christmas, coming this fucking Christmas, you know, stay fucking tuned because Trump will be our president.
Stay tuned to America 2021, where if you thought things in 2020 were wacky, just wait for the hijinks we have in store for you.
Oh, man, it's absolutely fucking laughable. Like, there is an actual legitimate chance that the 2024 election will be between the same two people. Like, there's a chance.
Nah, there's not. He's not going to run again, dude. He's not going to run again.
So?
No.
Isn't that like wouldn't that be like a first time thing that's happened?
Yeah, I think that would be a first time thing, but I'll tell you why he's not going to run again. And it has everything to do with, like, why would he? So think about it like this from his perspective. So he spent 4 years as president. He liked the power, but he hated the negative attention, because it really upended his entire fucking life. You know, even though he made about $1.6 billion off of us during that 4-year period, by the way, which he did. The amount of money Trump has made off of being president while he was in office was $1.6 billion.
Big money.
Right. But of course, no one cares about that. No one gives a shit about the ethics, obviously. So that's the issue on that front. However, he effectively is still the leader of the Republican Party.
Yeah, you know? Because of how it works in this country, we don't really have party leaders. So,
well, whoever is the presumptive nominee or the president at the time, they ultimately become the party leader.
Pretty much.
You know, during the debates, Biden at one point said, like, I am the Democratic Party. And he wasn't lying. He was being legit. That was like, because he was like, he was leading the agenda because he's the guy. Now he is the leader of the Democratic Party 100%. Trump shouldn't be the leader because the previous president has no political power and, quite frankly, really no political capital. So it's like, you know, when Bush exited after 8 years, it wasn't like Bush came back out and was all like, hey, Guys, all, you miss me yet? And then like, he went off and he started painting,
Yeah, I remember that shit.
like he fucked off. We never saw George Bush again. Only at like presidential events when like he got to know Michelle Obama really well. And they all got to know each other really well.
And the only reason people talk about him now is like to compare him to Trump and say, wow,
yeah,
he wasn't that bad.
And then it is the legitimate, hey, do you miss me yet? Right. That is the legitimate argument there. However, in the regards to Trump, no, he's got all the popularity without any of the restrictions. He can leverage his time as president and the popularity of his base to get brand deals, which is what he wanted to do originally anyway. Right? Because remember, he wanted to run for president to be the most famous man in the world. Yep. He never had any actual intention to win. He just wanted to be famous. But, hey, be careful what you wish for, sort of thing. And so he won. And then he had to spend 4 years in the role. And now he did, at some point, in my opinion, grow to really love being the president, because I think that, that absolute power sort of thing. And no one would question him. No one in his own party would question him. If they questioned him, they'd get death threats. Right? It's like, that's why one of the reasons why the Republicans in power that are still in office are fucking, still the party of Trump, because they still want for one, they live in fear of Trump's base.
Exactly.
And two, look at like people like Ted Cruz and Josh Hawley. Ted Cruz abandoned his state to go to Cancun, came back only to do a change of clothes, a photo op of loading a fucking 24 case of water into someone's trunk. And then he went off to Orlando to go speak at CPAC, where he said, like, he fucking is like, he's like, oh, Orlando's awesome, but not as great as Cancun. Like, homie, you don't get to make that joke.
Tone deaf.
It would be like if I was all, like, I've made one flagging joke in the last 2.5 years, but there was a point behind it when I made it. It would be like if I were to come out and go like, like something stupid about flagging, right? Like,
yeah, just like 2 weeks after it happened, all that, whole situation,
Right. And I only said it when Tonka, I think, flagged down, like he went after somebody. I think he went after like Bo Blacks or something. And I was like, you want me to flag him? It'd be for a good cause. And everyone's like,
that's actually funny,
That's funny. But it's like, yeah. So he was like, playing up the fact that he abandoned his constituents. People died in the state. People are still recovering from the last couple of weeks. And he just played it up for CPAC because, he is trying to be the next person, the next Trump. It's not going to be Trump in 2024. He's hoping that it's going to be Cruz. But the thing is, the base fucking hates Cruz. They do. They don't like him.
They just see him as like a Trump simp who kissed the ring after he lost. That's all they see him as.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, real quick here. H-Bar's here. I know you sent the super chats, buddy. Thank you. Hey, Matt, do you think Trump is going to run again? I liked him in 2016, but I am like, go away now. No, I don't think he's going to run again, but he's not going to go away. You're not going to get rid of him. He's going to play the game as best he can.
Yeah, because he wants that fucking money. It's his meal ticket for the rest of his life.
Well, because he's going to lose everything else. That's what people don't realize.
You saw he declared war, quote unquote, on Republicans who disagree with him and the party.
That doesn't surprise me. Again, he's got nothing to lose and literally everything to gain.
Very true.
He's in a position of absolute power because everyone fears his base. And then H-Bar here did say another super tater for $5. Thank you very much. He says, or asks, what do you think would have happened if the Capitol riot succeeded? We would no longer be living in a democracy. If the Capitol riot were to succeed and they were able to bully them into changing the electors, because that was the whole point, was to get Pence to not certify the votes. That was the whole point, because they wanted to get the Supreme Court to hear their arguments about introducing alternate electors, which would go against the people of those states who actually voted.
Yes.
And then that would then be used as a way to use the Electoral College to overturn the results of, according to Trump's own people, the most secure election in our time. According to Trump's own head of department, was it Homeland Security?
The one he oversaw, mind you.
Yeah. And it was like, but William Barr said no voter fraud. Guy from DHS said no voter fraud. Both of them were terminated from their positions because they disagreed with the lies Trump was trying to sell. Because all Trump was doing was using that as a way to fundraise. And he was using it as a way just to fundraise and go from there. And he made like, I think $250 million through that month-long or 2-month long fundraising campaign of like, we have to stop this deal. They made $250 million with that little caveat at the bottom there that said half of this is going to go to paying for, Trump's election, like basically reimbursing Trump for the election cost, as well as potential legal fees. But some of that money was then siphoned into a 501c3, like a super PAC for Trump that doesn't have any actual restrictions on how the money is spent. So Trump can use it to just fund his own lifestyle. Like it was all the siphoning scheme. It was all the a scheme to get people riled up to give him money that he could then just, transfer over into a fucking bank account and then be done with it. And that's what happened with Trump. It's so interesting to check all that shit out because like if the riot, if the insurrection, let's not call it a riot, it was a fucking attempted coup of our government. If that would have succeeded, we'd be living in a very different world. But the thing is, it's like, I just don't see that. They would have needed a lot more fucking people for that to be a thing. Like if there was an actual Million MAGA march and that Million MAGA march surrounded the Capitol and then just started pushing the police and the National Guard back, to secure like their own Chaz, right? Because, they would have had to. They would have had to have, created their own autonomous zone around the Capitol, having taken the entire Congress hostage.
I just don't see a scenario in which it realistically happens in our modern day society.
I don't see that either. I just don't see that happening either. But it's like if it did, because that's kind of like the hypothetical here that
I guess
he's suggesting, we would have seen AOC executed on camera.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
AOC, the squad would have been hung or they would have been shot. They would have been killed. We would have watched it live, and it would have turned into something, that would have been very bad because there are, 340 million people here in the country, and there's over 310 or 330 million guns. And it's not to say that all those guns are owned by conservatives, but a fucking lot of them are, and so that becomes an issue. As if we were to look at this whole divide as being a real thing. So it would have been fascinating to see.
That's very true. It would have been absolutely insane.
Hondo here, $2 super chat. Thank you, Hondo. Says, I will vote for the God Emperor again if he runs. Okay. Well,
he'll limp for president next time. That's the
best. He'll tease it. He'll tease it until he says he's too old. He'll tease it. He'll use it as a cock tease. 100%.
I ain't gonna be like Joe Biden and be your president when I can't even like function. So yeah, I can see him going with that angle. Like, I'm too old for this shit. Sorry.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know what? If you want to support my daughter, she'll run next.
She said she doesn't want to run for Senate because that was the thing. They were gonna that was gonna be a thing where they were like, oh, is she gonna run for Senate? Potentially. She said no, she's not gonna run for Senate.
Do you think she would have won just being like a Trump?
I think if she would have run for, I think she was talking about like either Florida or like South Carolina or something like that. And I think in a heavily red state, I think she would win on name recognition alone. But she fled to Israel, right? She fled to Israel.
She's hanging out in Israel right now?
Yeah. Because Jared disappeared for like a month or two leading up to the election. Jared just fucked off. He just fucking left, right?
Yeah.
He was after all that shit was coming out, he's all like, nah, I'm out of here. Right? Because he's like, working on the Middle East is my plan. So he went to Israel. And then after the election, Ivanka joined him in Israel with the kids. So they're in Israel, as far as I know. And they ran and they fucking fled. Because remember, Trump had said at one point, he's like, well, after if I lose the election, you're not going to see me again. I might have to leave the country. Everyone laughed at it, but he wasn't kidding because of, everything that's going on. So, him going to CPAC where he was even late by like an hour, I think, is just, it's just him they wanted to tote him out. He wanted to say some shit and then tease a return, and that's it.
They knew it was free advertisement. They knew it was just a bunch of free publicity and views. That's what they did it. Yeah.
Yeah. So so H Bart's here dropping some more super chats. Let's see here. Okay. He says here, people talk about the Civil War, but I don't think it will happen. I think people are too lazy nowadays for that. Well, yeah, they are. I mean, I know Tim Pool, like that's the only way Tim Pool can come. Let's be fair. The only way he can achieve orgasm is if there's a civil war. but it won't happen. And even he's basically admitted that it won't happen. I think he said something like it's like a digital civil war, or it's a social media civil war, or a social civil war. No one's gonna like pick up arms and divide the country in half, where you have like the left versus the right. You're not gonna see that. That's not gonna happen because it's too spaced out. Because keep in mind, back in the 1860s, we hadn't like we were pretty much just like the Eastern Seaboard and a couple other states.
People weren't connected like they are these days.
Yeah.
People on the internet, you have so many friends who are all across the country, all across the world. That's why not only a civil war in this country is a lot less likely, but a whole World War III that people have always been speculating about, that's a lot less likely too. Not just the fact that we're all connected like personally, but also economically, the world is a lot more connected. So
yeah, it's just one of those situations where it's not going to happen unless look. Okay, I don't want to say never. Okay, but I'll tell you what it would cause, or what it would take. What it would take is absolutely a complete breakdown of our infrastructure. I'm talking. Look at Texas 2 weeks ago. Their unregulated power grids failed because of the storm.
Yep.
Causing people to go without water and heat and food, and because they cleaned out stores because no one was expecting it. And then from there, they went into the economic downturn because the companies were all charging up to $9,000 per kilowatt hour.
True.
Right. So that would send the entire state and many people in the state into a big economic downturn. People are suing these companies now for taking advantage of them.
Rightfully so.
And then today you got Greg Abbott coming out and saying, well, I'm going to, do away with the mask mandate and all this shit. And I'm like, they're only doing that to distract from the failures of the past couple weeks. And
yes.
And so that would take something as bad as Texas, but let's say Texas doesn't get repaired. Like there was such a big infrastructure breakdown that it caused literally the entire state to fall into chaos. Then you would see something along those lines take place. But again, that is such a far off reality to the point of where it's simply fiction, because a lot of people are they're just lazy.
Too lazy.
I don't want to say, it's not that they're lazy and they don't do anything. It's just like people like their creature comforts.
They're complacent. Like, rather than, take up arms and shoot their fucking fellow countrymen, which is something I don't think people think about enough. How few people would I think actually be willing to go out there and shoot their fellow countrymen? Like, compare that to just sitting at home and watching some fucking WandaVision or whatever. People are going to pick the later one every single time.
They're going to be like, do you want to go to war? And they'll be like, do you want to watch fucking Netflix and chill? There's this new documentary about a Mormon pipe bomber from back in the 1980s, which is really a fascinating story, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, people aren't going to want to like, you know what? It's fine. We're complacent people. We are very complacent people, and that's absolutely all right. Let's see. Okay. And then H Bart's here finally says, another $5. Thank you very much, sir. I just want to see people mad. I'd like to see Brie Larson as president. With dem titties? Sure.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I feel like I have been like not been able to make at least one or two obscene jokes a night. I've been holding back a little bit.
That's why you have Boulder Talk Radio, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I made a Gina Carano's and Frank joke and a crack about Brie Larson's chesticles.
Yeah.
So there we go on that front there. Why not? That would make a lot. Look, if Brie Larson became president, I'm pretty sure that the Quartering could buy a whole fleet of like airplanes for his wife.
I want to see Captain Marvel 2 actually be a good movie.
I just want to see how it would like. I think it will be. Yeah.
I just want to see their brains explode. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. And then Ryan here asks the question: what do you think of the Andrew Cuomo situation? That's a tough one. That is a tough one, in my opinion, the Cuomo situation, because it's like, yeah, there was a fundamental fuck up on that one there. Like them hiding those numbers, because I didn't really realize how bad it was with those with the nursing home deaths and how they did all that. And that's a colossal fuck up. And he should be held accountable, and I think he should step down. I do.
I agree.
But he won't. He won't step down, And look, here's the thing: is this whole sexual harassment situation? That is actually the cover up. That is actually the deflection from the deaths. Think about that. Think about that for a second.
You're very true. Yeah.
By coming out and saying like, you know, oh, the death, because it was a couple of days of like, oh, they were underreporting nursing home deaths. They were covering up deaths. They were fudging the numbers here and there. That was a big issue. And then out comes some woman. Oh, he hit on me once. And it's like, and then everyone's like, oh, old people dead. Fuck that shit. 22-year-old intern, and Como makes a sex joke about, does she like older men?
You know? What a fucking deflection.
Like, Jesus, it's just like, it just shifts over to this like pseudo Me Too situation. It's like, did he like touch anybody inappropriately? Not that I've heard. So there's like no inappropriate finger blasting. There's, you know, a couple of comments here and there. Again, don't agree with them. And that's, you know, come on, like but then he comes out and he just goes like, I was trying to be funny. I was trying to be funny.
It wasn't.
It's not funny, but it's like, that's what he's going to say. It's like, I was just trying to be funny. And then they'll go, oh, okay. And then they're going to focus on that kind of non-apology. And they're not even talking about the fucking, the whole situation with the nursing homes anymore, because the media, and I guarantee you this is my hot take on this one. I think CNN and like, you know, from some of those outlets, because they gave all that positive press to fucking Como, that they went and they I don't want to say they invented these accusations, but I think they have like definitely played up these accusations.
You think maybe they did some digging to try and find anything else to just, you know, redirect?
No, I think somebody came forward and they were like that, or they sat around like a crisis response team, right?
Yeah.
And they're just like, how do we get out of this one? And then someone just kind of goes, wait a minute. Me too? Anyone? Me too? And they're like, fucking brilliant. Find me someone who we can pay some money to say that he just was inappropriate around her. Because these are like, I'm not saying that these are like, they shouldn't be investigated. They should be investigated. But it's like, they were milquetoast at best. They were milquetoast. Oh, yeah. You know, it wasn't like he had said like, man, I really want to see that, you know, he's like, you know, if he would have seen one of his aides has like a tramp stamp and he's all like, man, what am I making a map of Hawaii on that thing? You know, it's like, he didn't say things like that I know of. But so the only thing I can think of is like, it's so fucking lukewarm and milquetoast that it's a, you know, flash in the pan distraction.
Definitely.
And even now, Cuomo's coming out and saying like, hey, we should do an independent investigation into what I said. So if the dude's calling for an independent investigation into what the fuck he already said, he knows it's not going to go anywhere.
Yep. Uh-huh.
You know, he knows it. So he's basically been able to kind of like beat the rap surrounding the deaths. It's an annoyance right now with the Me Too aspect, but that's what it boils down to. It's just an annoyance, and they're going to move on from there.
You think that we're going to see this type of thing weaponized more in the future to distract from politicians doing actually shitty things and abuses of power? Like, I'm not saying this wasn't, but you know what I mean? Like, they're actual, like, big time abuses of power, like letting people die on their watch.
Yeah. Well, okay. So Hondo says here, Como tried to invite some worker to play strip poker with him. He has had multiple women that worked for him saying that he harassed them. Not even God Emperor got Me Too'd like that. I don't know, man. There's a woman who claimed that Donald Trump held her down and raped her. And he's been trying to fight that claim for a while. He's threatened to sue her. He hasn't done it. And just last week, a New York court said Donald Trump's DNA can be subpoenaed for testing. And he's going to have to, he'll have to testify. So it's like, you know, you may want to sit there and go, Donald Trump may not have been treated, you know, Me Too like that. Oh no, motherfucker has. He's got a lot more defenders and people who like him and will stand up for him than Andrew Cuomo. Does anyone really like Cuomo other than the news media? I don't. I look at the guy and I'm just like, you know, you could tell he's an Italian. He's like, everyone's like,
oh God,
no, you can tell because he's like, because for one, it's the fucking pinky ring. All right, that's a dead giveaway for that shit. But two, when people are like, he called me on the phone and he tried to berate me and he was mean to me. I'm like, yeah, he's an Italian.
He's Italian.
Like, I'm Italian. It's like, I'm part Italian based upon my DNA heritage, so I can make this fucking joke, you fucking bigots. But
you know, canceled.
I'm just saying, like he's kind of stereotypical Italian type guy, you know. Like he picked up and was like, you know, he's like, it's me, como. You want me to crack your head with a fucking pipe? You fucking recant your goddamn state.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I'm just gonna hide behind the I'm Italian shit. Anyway, Hondo here, $5. Thank you. Governor Abbott, praise be unto him, isn't lifting restrictions to distract from the snowstorm debacle that was ERCOT's mismanagement. South, I'm a Texan. Yeah, no, I know that it was ERCOT's mismanagement. I get that, but you gotta think about this for a second. You have a huge snowstorm cripple your state. It's a big fucking deal. And then they're like, "Yay, we're going to remove the mask mandate and we're going to open things up to 100% capacity, even though the vaccines haven't been rolled out to the point of where herd immunity could even potentially be a thing." I just like my take on it is that it's a distraction. I think it's a deflect. And I think I might be alone on that one, but okay. I don't know where Annie went. All right, here. So
I'm right here.
Okay, so H Bart's another $2 here. I'm trying to get to the calls. You guys keep giving me money, so thank you. And he says Henry Cavill for president, first gamer president. That'd be cool, except one slight problem with that, and that is simply Henry Cavill is a UK citizen, and therefore would not be allowed to be president. But he could be a governor.
Wait, I didn't know he was from the UK. Has he spent most of his life here? He doesn't have the accent at all.
Yes, he has the accent.
He doesn't. Whenever I've heard him talk, I haven't heard him.
He was born. He was born in Jersey.
Oh, but, that's their island, right?
Yeah. It's not fucking New Jersey. All right, it's in the United Kingdom. Jersey. It's in Hyler or Healer.
It's an island north of France, I'm pretty sure.
I'm looking at the map right now. Yeah, it's an island. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, you're actually.
Yeah, well, okay, because I actually spent quite a lot of time learning about this shit. There's still a few overseas territories that the British people have, basically just colonial remnants. But yeah, there's the Falklands, there's those islands, there's some stuff around the world.
Oh, okay. Well, so yeah, there we go.
Unfortunately, no longer Hong Kong. Hong Kong used to be one of their territories.
Well, and Hong Kong has had its own. it's had its own issues recently. Hashtag free Hong Kong.
Agreed.
Okay. So I guess I had a story I wanted to get to at some point tonight. I wanted to talk about real quick. I want to do it real quick, and then we're gonna get to the fucking calls here. But I want to, because I have like a thumbnail I want to make. So there's a reason.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so I came across this earlier. Have you ever seen the movie Spaceballs?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so it's one of the funniest movies ever made.
Undeniably, yeah.
Yes, and now it's going to be essentially a documentary.
Okay.
So this is coming in from ScienceAlert.com, which I did go and look this up just to be on the safe side. According to Media Bias / Fact Check website, they are a pro-science with a very high report history for factual reporting. So Science Alert, pro-science, not like, InfoWars type shit.
Wait a minute. I wonder what happens if you look up this website on this website.
Well, it's MediaBiasFactCheck.com.
I'll go do that.
That's the website. Yeah, because I have it up right here. Anyway. So this popped up in my Facebook feed earlier. It says dropping oxygen will eventually suffocate most life on Earth. So it's all over, boys. We're all gonna die, and we're all gonna need to sniff canned Perrier. I just thought this was pretty crazy. So I mean, look, it's nothing to worry about right now. But it says for now, life is flourishing on our oxygen-rich planet. But Earth wasn't always that way, and scientists have predicted that in the future, the atmosphere will revert back to one that's rich in methane and low in oxygen, but it won't happen for probably another billion years or so. So it's not like it's going to happen. There's going to be an extinction level event anytime soon. But I do think that Gerard Butler has his next movie project lined up for him.
Oh god, yeah, this is definitely going to be a Hollywood movie at some point.
Oh, at some
But
point, it's all like America's or the world is losing oxygen. What are we gonna do? Mr. Beast should make this fucking movie because he plants all
yeah,
those goddamn trees.
yeah,
And I don't say
100%.
goddamn as a negative. I actually mean that as a very high positive.
Look,
So yeah, so I just
as much shit as I give Trump, I'll give him one thing. He actually did try and do some shit with, getting space travel started. Except he didn't actually fund NASA. He just made that space force that didn't amount to anything. But I'll at
well,
least give him.
and the Air Force was already developing a space unit, you know.
Oh, so
So
he basically didn't even accomplish anything. At least
no, it's just
dialogue going, I guess. But
they just ripped off the fucking Star Trek logo and like put it
yeah,
on and then like they made Space Force, and then Steve Carell came out with that show Space Force that they tried to sue for copyright infringement, but they got denied.
we could probably do like an entire Boulder Talk radio on the failure of that space force at some point.
Well, I don't know if it's that big of a. I mean, I haven't looked into it entirely. I'd have to do a lot of research on it.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot to
okay.
it though. I've seen. Yeah.
So anyway, this so we know here, so everyone can sleep easy tonight. Researchers behind this new study say that atmospheric oxygen is unlikely to be a permanent feature. Well, maybe they can't sleep. I don't know. I didn't read that all the way through. So there you go. We're all gonna die and suffocate in about 1 billion years when the planet
Awesome.
can no longer sustain itself and go through there. So there you have it, folks. Science, fuck yeah.
Got to get off this planet
Gotta get off this
eventually.
planet. Yeah, we gotta start sending out probes. Why do you think we're on Mars?
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, well, here's the thing at the end of the day is like that's just one of many things that are fucking stacked against us. Any number of things could end our civilization in a fucking snap, just like that. Like one day our entire civilization could be fine and then we could be all gone. Well, not fine, but as good as we're doing right now, which is not much at all. But yeah, that's why we need to like be working to get off this fucking planet. But at the same time, I do still think that our priority as a society should be making this planet as good of a place to live. But we also need to be paying attention towards outside this fucking planet because I'm not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, like eventually some fucking meteorite is gonna come and take us out.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
if I mean they say 1 billion years we could be without oxygen, but you know what I mean? Like dinosaurs died. Anything could happen.
I'm just concerned about like the idea of hypercapitalism in space because how our society is set up right now, like we need to be careful, like because if we get started on space, like no, like all right, look, that's where like a ton of fucking sci-fi's end up taking their story, and I don't think it's that unrealistic actually. That like if you actually went out and did space colonization, just like how real colonization was like on our planet, it would just be capitalism turned up to like 1,000, and not in like the good aspects of how capitalism works, the bad aspects of how capitalism works.
No,
Um,
I get all that, and I think like our local mining, resource mining is going to be going to the private sector. Like that's why they opened it up, right? Because like SpaceX is going to do a lot to help. Uh, what was it? Finesse really the localized space travel, but they're also going to be doing like local mineral.
oh yeah,
They're going to be going out there finding hey, like we found all this gold in this fucking asteroid, and they're like,
yeah.
was it gold or were you just playing No Man's Sky?
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
no, like genuinely though, there's so many fucking resources out in those asteroids. They're just waiting for us to go pick them up. Like it's crazy how much
yeah, it's
is
out
out
there.
there.
It's out
Yeah.
there, and then of course they're going to be able to figure out a way to like, you know, get us out to the Andromeda galaxy, and then
Yeah.
we're going to be able to like go from
Play a
there.
shitty Mass Effect game. That's gonna be fucking
That's
awesome.
gonna yeah, we're gonna send out we're gonna send out the shitty Mass Effect game.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, Guilty Country here says, "LOL, I'm playing No Man's Sky right now." Goddamn right you are. Goddamn right you are. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be bringing in people. We got a stacked room in the back right now. A lot of people, so fantastic. But because of that, I got to put everyone on a fucking 5-minute timer, just so I can get to bed before it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And so we'll do that. And so have a topic. That's the key. That's the key
Have something to
thing.
talk about if you're gonna call into the
Yeah.
call-in show.
I mean,
So,
I appreciate everybody, but there's sometimes where it's like, no, most everyone's cool, but there's always be like the one that's like, what do you think of this? And it's like, that's like not even
Yeah.
related, but
And look, like, it's okay if you want to comment on something we've talked about before. Just have something new to offer on it. If you're gonna be like, yeah, this thing that you just talked about for like the past 10 or 20 minutes, bad again. Sometimes that can be a bit much. But
yeah, exactly. It's all
most
good.
people who
Like
call in are fucking
yeah,
awesome.
I mean, we had a good time last night. It was it was fun times last night. It went on a little bit too long than I wanted, but I was tired by the end. All
Yeah.
right, so we got Doggos up first. You got
Hey,
5 minutes on the clock. What do you want to fucking talk about?
so I know you were talking about Star Wars a minute ago. Have you seen the comedy Fanboys?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I saw it when it came out in '09. I
What
like
is?
that movie quite a bit.
Or I was just curious because like I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if they've seen that. It's like a good movie suggestion.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what I enjoy about that movie quite a bit, if for those of you who don't know the concept of it, the concept is back in 1999, a group of hardcore Star Wars fans from like Ohio or something, somewhere in the Midwest, find out one of their friends is dying from terminal cancer, and so he's not going to be alive in time to watch The Phantom Menace. So they set out on a cross country journey in order to go to Lucasfilm and steal a copy of The Phantom Menace before their friend dies. That's the movie.
Didn't you do a video on it at some point? I think I recall you doing something about it.
I don't remember. Maybe they've announced a sequel. It would have been a long time ago.
Yeah, they
I
did
ha-
announce a sequel, didn't they?
I don't recall. I mean, it sounds kind of familiar, but it's been like such a long, long, long time.
Yeah, it's been a while for sure. But
Yeah,
no,
let's
that's a
see.
good fucking movie. You guys should all check that shit
It's
out.
like it's a different kind of comedy than like Spaceballs, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. So a year ago, the Fanboys writer wants who is Adam F. Goldberg, who is the showrunner and creator, or was the showrunner, but is the creator of the show The Goldbergs on ABC, which is actually pretty funny.
Yeah,
He wants to do a sequel focusing on the Snyder Cut.
Oh, yeah, I remember this now. I
Yeah,
remember
but
this.
but when they posted this, this was actually January 22nd, 2020, and this was a solid 5 months before they announced the Snyder Cut. So it was like a mythical unicorn at the time, but now it could actually, now it could be pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I will give credit. There's a guy who I'm not a huge fan of in is a group called the Phantom Menace, but he wrote this story, comic book called Stealing Solo, where it's effectively the same concept as a couple of hardcore Star Wars fans hated the Solo movie so much that they kidnap Harrison Ford and they force him to do a remake. And
little
and I
ridiculous.
haven't read it. Apparently it's garbage, but he raised like 80 some thousand, I think, to like from his audience to make a comic. So, there's a lot of
Can you
money to be
imagine?
made in comic books.
Wait, where's the
Someone
part
actually
where I'm
tried
supposed to
that.
give him some credit? Because I thought I was supposed to give him some credit for something at this point. That just sounds like a terrible waste of everyone's time and resources.
It sounds interesting and like I need to read it is what it is. But I really
An original.
I don't like the guy. I don't like him or his. There's a lot of people that I don't like.
I don't like the Phantom Menace. That's just my opinion, but
Well, I
That
don't like
is
the
a
Phantom Menace
great
either, but
movie from a different perspective.
a different
Which
point
is-
of view.
which is a great movie.
If
Which
it's
one?
in the Star Wars universe, it's shit. But if you're just looking at it from like a sci-fi aspect, it's a good movie. Phantom Menace.
You're talking about Solo.
No, Solo shit.
Oh
All
no, it's not.
nostalgia.
No, it's not. No, it's,
It's not that bad. It's not that.
I like it. You got to watch it again, dude. That Darth Maul reveal was fucking lit. But here's the thing. I'm not, and this is the thing. I'm going to be pretty callous here. So the guy who created the Stealing Solo comic, his name is his YouTube channel is World Class Bullshitters, and he's dating a woman named Jessie Milestone. And this was them at the start of about a year ago, as a way to fuck with people who were upset about the
The beer is down. Ooh.
yeah. It's like you know what, like eat a dick and fuck you, lady. Like I hate that shit. It's like, callous as fuck. I said I'm not a fan of them, but I'm also kind of,
It would be funny though if like she got corona after that.
I have no idea if she did. It wouldn't be. I don't think it would be funny.
No.
I don't think it would be funny. I mean, there's a level of irony. I get the irony aspect.
Yeah,
100%,
ironic, sure.
but I don't.
I was gonna get out the fucking newspaper for a second there.
Well, it's like people last night that were all like, "Oh, are you gonna laugh at the fact that Ethan Ralph's mom is dying?" And I'm all like, "No,
no,
like,
Nah,
yeah, I mean,
That's not normal.
no, it's not. Well, I mean, the internet doesn't really breed normal people. The internet,
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's not normal behavior anyway. Like,
Yeah,
they're dead.
Well, when you put it like that, wow. Like,
yeah, like, haha, you dead. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, but thanks for calling in, Doggo. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, we're at the end of the 5 minutes. So, all right, I guess I'll boot you, but feel free to call in again anytime, man.
See ya. Good night.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks. All right, thank you, Doggo. All right, we've got Berserk. How's it going, Berserk?
Yo, what's up, Matt? What's up, Anna? Last time I was on here, you were talking about the financial ethics of trans masturbation started by that one fucking idiot. So,
Oh yeah, that one
yeah.
guy.
I
think
think he's here. He's in the chat. Yeah. He's actually he is in the back room right now.
yeah, let him know he's a fucking idiot. So, anyway.
Whoa, holy shit.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
Oh, dang.
We got some beef between Black
do you
and
wanna
Jones.
do you want to IBS this? Do we want to go IBS a little bit? Like, should we
This
bring
has
in?
nothing to do with what I was going to talk about.
Well, he's saying pull me on.
Irritable bowel syndrome?
Pull you on.
We don't have any irritable bowel syndrome.
There we go.
on this show.
Are you
All
fucking
right.
serious? You're going to pull this idiot in here?
Oh god.
Let's do it. Let's do
Bro,
it.
who
I
the
don't know.
fuck you calling a bitch, bro? Who the fuck you calling an idiot, dude?
Oh no.
You know,
on, you're
I
a
got a
bitch.
tranny to jack off for my boys. What the fuck is your problem, bruh?
The fact you said tranny a bunch, like a fucking irresponsible jackass.
Tranny. Who gives a shit, dude?
Yeah, I'm not
It's a
offended.
word.
It just makes you
It's a fucking
moron.
word,
It
bitch.
makes you a dumbass.
It's a fucking word, bitch.
I'm not offended.
Who
It just makes
cares?
you a dumbass. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, he said tranny a bunch. He called the motherfucker what he was. Ooh. Wow,
Oh.
I'm such a fucking retard.
You are, though. I mean, thank
Matt,
you for acknowledging
Matt,
that.
I would like to say something, buddy boy. Listen, you're a mutt. It's okay. It's okay to be an American mutt, dude. You know,
Wow.
most of us are fucking mutts, bro. All right? You got a bunch of fucking DNA inside your ass, man. It's all good.
But
It's
I never
good,
went
bro.
to jail.
Shh. Don't tell him.
This is what
Don't tell him,
happens when
dude.
your mother smokes too much crack. You get this dude as a result.
Yeah, baby.
Anyway,
know,
can you get this fucking idiot out of here so I can talk about what I was going to?
Jesus.
Yeah,
fucking
we'll
Christ.
bring you back in, Weeaboo.
my
I like.
God.
Here's the thing: is we'll talk later on and whatnot. The idea here
All right,
essentially.
bro.
So let's keep it civil. Okay. So all right,
Oh, shit. That was
There we
fucking
go.
stupid.
Well,
Anyway,
it's Boulder Talk Radio. Nothing about this is good. Nothing
Anyway.
about this is good.
Christ.
on to the serious topics.
Now we're
Um,
getting to the serious part.
Yeah. Now.
Anyway, I got two things. You know,
All
I've
right.
had this fucking extreme worry for a while now, and it's made me dread more and more as 2024 slowly approaches. But like, do you think fucking democracy can survive another Republican presidency? Like how is America going to survive if we have like the fascist party versus the limp dick party that just lets them do whatever they want?
I mean, we've been surviving with that, right?
Well,
No,
I
it's
would say
not been
barely.
the same. It's not the same. Like we've plunged full headfirst into fascism. It's different this time.
Well, I don't believe we've gone full headfirst into fascism. There's been I understand the idea you're going for. I get what you're trying to say, but I don't think we're there yet. The Democrats, look, here's the thing: the Democrats and the Republicans are two old school parties, and right now they're both in a paradigm shift. The Republicans are going full QAnon, and they're going into that whole territory, which is all based around emotion and fear. The Democrats are going further left by look at some of the newer members of Congress, the freshman members of Congress, but they're still in their own paradigm shift because Now, a lot of those younger people, they're going to call out the shitheads on the right, and they're going to get into this stuff. I mean, you got to think like AOC is exceptionally popular, not just in her district, but like around the country. And it like if the insurrection had resulted in her being captured and like executed, that would have been like a major like signal, that would have been like a major uprising situation.
But that's a sign of fascism, the fact that democracy is actively trying to be subverted by these people.
Well, and that's the thing. And you're right. You are right. And I would love it if more people would call it for what the fuck it was. The thing is, though, is also the insurrection on the 6th, quite frankly, was a bit of a smokescreen. And I say that because the people, the average people who were there that were kind of used as cover, they didn't really know what they were getting into. They followed the mob. They proved mob mentality is a negative thing, like the old lynch mobs. Like that was more or less what it was. I mean, they literally had a hangman's noose, the gallows out there. They were chanting "Hang Mike Pence," right? That shit, they weren't fucking around. But a lot of those guys, they didn't know what they were getting into, and they got swept up in it. But there were people, if you look, that were in full military tactical gear, that they were serpentining through the crowd. There were people that were like calling out where to go. They knew the layout of the Capitol building, and so there was an organization once they got in. And that is the scariest part, which is why I do support Pelosi saying that 9/11 style commission she's been talking about, and I think we need that to get to the bottom of it. But the problem, though, is when it comes to kind of like pulling back the veil, so to speak, it's going to take time to deprogram some of these people. And I know I'll catch flack for saying that. I've said it on Twitter. People got mad at me. What do you mean deprogram? The people that are like believing in QAnon nonsense. That's what I'm talking about. The people that were like the people who support Marjorie Taylor Greene. You know what I mean? Like she is now kind of the face of the Republican Party. And that is scarier than Trump.
How about the people who just watch mainstream media and just believe everything that's said on that?
Yeah, and that's the problem with that too. Is like that's what the whole like Dominion and Smartmatic lawsuits are going to showcase, because they're going to shut down Sidney Powell. They're going to shut down Rudy Giuliani. They're going to they're going to take out, like, I'm pretty sure they're going to bring Trump into the lawsuit as well at some point in time. And they're going to go after Fox, and they're going to go after Newsmax and OAN. You can tell it's a grift when the pillow guy, whatever his name is, Mike Lindell, is that it? He goes on OAN or on Newsmax, and he's just like, Dominion stole the election, and they're like, should you shut the fuck up? Like they have to read off a lawyer-approved statement in order to protect themselves from further litigation, because they're already the subject of what is going to be this massive lawsuit, right?
Yes.
So you've got repercussions from the last couple months of Trump and the last couple years of Trump, but it's a slow moving iceberg. It's going to take time to get there. I think a lot of people will eventually calm the fuck down. It's just going to take time. You know what? You can't unring that bell. It's just going to take time. And that's how I view it, at least.
I agree with you on that. Definitely.
I'm not sure I agree, but I think that's a very interesting perspective I'll have to think about. But how much time do I have left?
Well, we're actually about at that point.
Yeah, we're about at that point right now. Yeah.
Shit balls. Fuck.
I know. Well, I'll tell you, I'll give you an extra minute because of the whole weeaboo thing.
Yeah. So, all right. There we go.
Anyway.
I'm a generous God. Okay.
Anyway, the second thing I want to talk about is the article. I was actually talking to Rod about this in his server, but why the fucking rich assholes think they're not going to be affected by the shittiness of the environment and of society in general? It's like, you can't fucking eat money, you can't breathe money, but they keep shitting on the environment for short-term profits, and it just fucking baffles me. They think they're going to survive long-term like this.
That's an interesting thought, because I've always kind of wondered that myself. It's like, life is finite. And unless you are the people that are ingesting the blood of the young in order to stay younger, like the fountain of life sort of thing, or fountain of youth, then yeah, you're eventually going to end up passing on. Now, I can only think that what they're trying to do is, sustain their business, because that's what they care about.
Sure.
And they have their shareholders, and they've got, all of the other aspects of it. And that's what they only really care about things in the moment.
It's true.
Republicans never think long term. Let's be fair. They never think
Oh, yeah.
long term.
I mean, let's be honest, the Democrats have very little foresight as well, but definitely, they have absolutely no vision when it comes to the future. And here's the thing, I feel like it's a really strange anomaly with our society because I understand why the rich hoard their money, but even so, like if they invested more into the infrastructure of this country and the average person, if the average person was brought up more, we would just have better technology, we'd have a better society, the rich would be happier, people of all classes would just be happier, and it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, I'd like to see when I think about wealth distribution, I would just like to see greater profits for the working class.
Me too.
And if the Republicans are going to sit there and try to frame their new narrative as being pro working class, then $15 an hour minimum wage, pro union and all that stuff would really be good for them to kind of get on board with that. But they're not. It's all lip service. It's all a lie. It's all bullshit. And the thing is, unfortunately, the people who never think outside of their echo chamber are never going to see it like that. And the left does things like that too. Like you get canceled for having the wrong opinion. Where there's no forgiveness really on the left.
That's not a symptom of the left. That the right does that as well.
No, the right will cancel people, but never their own. You know what I mean? Like the left will cancel their own, and they have no problem with that. Like I'm sorry, Al Franken should have never fucking resigned. But the Democrats forced him into it, and they were hoping that would cause some kind of that you would see that come from the right for equality. No, the right doesn't fucking care.
They don't give a shit about that. They never have, they never will, and for some reason the party keeps tricking itself into thinking that they'll be able to get that compromise. They never do.
It's just that's the annoying thing. But all right, man, we've definitely hit our limit on this one.
Thanks for calling in.
I appreciate you calling in, Berserk, and we'll definitely talk again soon, all right?
Break out the guillotine, death to the bourgeois, rise, my brothers.
Enjoy that hammer and sickle, sir. You earned it.
So we got a couple super chats.
I'm getting to them right now. Okay, let me get to these ones here, and then we'll get to Anthony. All right. H Bart's here says, "Do you think Trump will get a movie one day played by Christian Bale?" You know what? I think Bale played Dick Cheney. I think is who Bale played.
What?
Yeah, there was a movie where I think Christian Bale played Dick Cheney. He gained a lot of weight for it. He's one of those weird actors. Will we get a Donald Trump movie? 100%. 100%. Who will play Donald Trump? I don't know. I do think that it will happen within the next couple of years. I'm pretty sure they're already being developed right now. I could guarantee you that there are several spec scripts that are currently being floated around Hollywood. I mean, look at the pandemic and the last year, how many how many like movies and other things that were shot at home were all centered around the pandemic.
Very true. Yeah, there was a ton of it. A ton of it.
And it's like, who wants this shit? Like when I see a new thing for a movie or a TV show and they're going to explore what life is like in and around the pandemic. Like, fuck you. I live this shit. I want to see things I wouldn't be able to see from the comfort of my home.
Yeah, it's supposed to be escapism. I don't mind there being like some content about that. Obviously, people make what they want to make, but it felt like people were just shoving it in just for the sake of it to like cash in. Basically, it was weird.
Yeah. So there's that. But I appreciate you calling. Okay, let me get to this one here. Thank you very much, H-Board. All right, Hondo $2. Caller wanted a 1v1 and backs down. I mean, it happened. So,
well, here's how I look at it, honestly. When it's two people that just, don't really like have anything in common, it's almost impossible to have a good conversation. I think the best conversations come with people who agree on the majority of things and have one big disagreement. So,
yeah. And then the thing is, though, when you get into a fight over words,
yeah,
it's like I mean, I get it. Like, I'm not he's just going to keep doing it just to trigger you. Like, that's not going to change.
I get it.
So it's like it just invalidates the point of the conversation.
There was just no point to it at that point.
Yeah, but I get it on that one. All right. But I do appreciate the attempt. I should say.
Agreed.
All right. And then H Bart's here, another $5. Thank you very much, man. Says, if you think if Navalny was president of Russia, would we have better relations, and will North Korea ever be free? Well, if Navalny was president of Russia, he would probably do everything he could to get it back in the European Union, get all the sanctions taken down, and unfuck the country and for all the shit that Putin's done. He would probably end the oligarchs and end their cash supply. Because remember, Putin, like, he sets these people up to be oligarchs. They make billions off of Russians and their hard work, all while they lie to people about, like, all this other shit. You have to crack, you have to laugh. It's like in Chechnya, for example. Chechnya is pretty much at this point a Muslim state, and there are actually gay concentration camps in fucking Chechnya. The Russians are in many ways bigoted towards Muslim people, but because the guy who runs Chechnya is loyal to Putin, Putin looks the other fucking way. This is what I remember reading from a couple of years ago. And it's like they annexed Crimea, and that was a big fucking no-no. They threatened to go after Ukraine. They made a lot of moves on that front. Like, Putin was doing some land grab. He was playing a game of fucking Risk. And then now he's backing out, right? He's just going to go to the Falkland Islands and build and build and build, which is an old Eddie Izzard joke, by the way.
Wait, did he actually? What's the current deal with Crimea? Is that still under Russian control? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was straight up fucking annexed. Yeah, the best thing about Crimea was Natasha Palatnisova, whatever.
That anime girl.
Yeah, the prime minister who was like, "Fuck." I remember when that hit the scene and like 4chan was all like,
the fine minister. Yeah,
the fine minister. God, she was attractive.
Definitely.
I have no problem saying that. I think she's a very she's the prime minister of Crimea. She's a very accomplished woman, and she happens to be very attractive. I think you can have both. It shows you women can have it all.
Oh God. Well.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much for that one, and then I think we're good on all that. Okay. All right. We're gonna get to the next one here. Anthony.
Hey, how you doing? This is my new apartment.
Oh, you moved out?
Yeah.
Nice, man. I know you were living with your parents for a while.
No, I'm still living with my mom.
Oh, okay. But you guys moved to a new apartment.
Super Troopers 2 and my autograph poster of David Mazoul from
Nice.
Gotham. Yeah.
Very cool, man. So I know we haven't talked in a while because you were working on some stuff, I think.
I was working on some stuff. I was in the midst of moving out. The water destroyed everything in my area in Broad Channel. Now I live in Rockaway Beach.
Nice. Is that on Long Island?
No, it's
okay.
It's by the beach.
Okay. Well, I thought Long Island had a beach.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's called Island, right? Like
it's called Rockaway Park.
Well, no, I'm saying like, okay, I'm not. I've been to New York one time, and it was literally 25 years ago.
Oh wow!
So my knowledge of the boroughs and the outlying areas very minimal. So like but I'm just saying it's like, okay, so I've heard of Rockaway Beach, and is it a nice place to live?
Yes, it's a nice place to live in. It's an awesome place. I haven't gone out to the tour since I moved here a couple months ago.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. And this is my new computer.
Oh, you got it. Oh, yeah. You said you got a new computer for Christmas, right?
Yeah, this is it. We're working on getting a desktop on the 10th,
Nice.
You can tell I lost a couple of pounds.
Yeah, you're looking good. I wish I need to go and like lose some weight myself. That's the
Yeah.
Now that it's actually not freezing outside, I can actually go get some fucking exercise.
Well, I bought that. What's it called? The Ring Fit Adventure for my Switch.
Oh my God, Matt!
I bought that. No, the thing is, I bought it for one. It's fun. It is fun. I do use it, but my daughter really likes it. And so today, for example, like I got them up from their nap, and I was for some reason thinking like I really want to watch like someone play Pikmin 3. I don't know why. I was like, all right. So I went and I found a stream of it, or I found a long play of it. And my daughter was watching this for like 20 minutes and she thought it was a cartoon. Or she thought I was playing the game. So like at one point, whoever was recording it ends up like bringing up the menu and he's like, adjusting the Joy-Cons, and she saw the Joy-Cons and she's like, oh, I fix it. And so she went over to the drawer where we have the Ring Fit. And she was trying to pull out the band in order to like mess with the controllers because she recognized them in the game.
I'm
And so
excited because tomorrow my movie theater is gonna open.
Nice. What are you gonna go see?
I don't know yet. We're debating either Raya the Last Dragon or Chaos Walking.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would recommend probably Raya, to be honest with you.
Raya, it's Raya.
Oh, it's Raya. Okay. Well, I would go see that one because Chaos Walking is probably more of like a rental from my understanding.
But me and my mom were talking about me getting a job somewhere down the line.
Oh, are you gonna? Well, I mean, if theaters are reopening, then that might be a way for you to go
We'll
out.
see.
And,
We'll see what happens. But the thing is that there's a lot of things happening with my worker right now. My worker's out indefinitely.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because he's taking care of his son and mother.
That's good, man. Well, I mean, that's good to do. Yeah, I mean, but you'll get back eventually. We're all gonna get back to it.
Yeah, I haven't set up my Microsoft Words to work on my memoirs yet. I haven't set that up yet.
Wait, oh, you still haven't been right? Okay, so
No.
so for everyone here who doesn't know you, because it's been a while and there's some new people, tell everyone about your memoir.
My memoirs is going to be about my life. Hopefully we're gonna make it into a 4-part biopic. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you. It's based on my life.
So give the people like a highlight of your life. If you have to sell it to them in an elevator pitch, how would you do that?
Well, I'm gonna say I grew up in 30th Street. It was a rough neighborhood. My mom raised me on her own 2 feet, and she used to take me to McDonald's, Madison Square Garden, etc.
Nice.
Mhm.
So you struggled as a kid.
Yes, I struggle. I struggle with autism.
Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So
So how
here
would
I am.
you?
I'm almost 38.
So you're almost. Oh, that's good. I turned 39 in a couple days, so I'm
Wow,
gonna be.
happy
I'm gonna, yeah.
birthday.
Thank you. I got a couple weeks left. I'm not quite there yet. But so you're okay. So okay. So explain to the audience how you've overcome autism.
Well, my mom supported me. My mom supported me, putting me into the finest schools, putting me in my 5-year into Regal, getting the script done, meeting Lloyd Kaufman, meeting a lot of celebrities in my life, going to 4 New York Comic Cons.
Now that's definitely an accomplishment. That's definitely an accomplishment.
Yeah, I'm looking for my 5th New York Comic Con. I don't know if NYC is going to happen.
Yeah, I know they just canceled San Diego, so that sucks.
I know that. I'm excited. I'm excited about MCU content.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I mean, WandaVision finale's tomorrow, man. So
That's gonna
I
be
haven't looked up
huge.
Disney Plus yet. So
yeah.
I'll watch.
Yeah.
I got a
saw you-
question.
Sure.
Real quick. Who do you both think is going to be like the big cameo that everyone's been talking about? Like,
I don't know. Maybe Giancarlo Esposito as Professor X. Who knows?
yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be fucking cool.
I think that it's I think we've already seen it. I think Paul Bettany was making a cheeky joke that everyone kind of ran with. I don't want to say what it is for people who haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
but
I
at the
haven't
end,
seen it
at the
either.
end of
I
the
haven't seen it either. But my favorite character is Agatha Harkness.
yeah, Agatha's great. There's no, what it is I'll tell you later, Annie. I'll tell you later because I don't want to spoil if people haven't seen it. But all right, Anthony, we have hit the 5-minute mark. I got a lot of people to get to, brother.
We'll talk soon.
Thank you very much for coming in. Have a good one, dude. All right. He's an old school listener. Anthony's a good guy.
cool.
So
Cool.
good guy in that one. All right. So let me just reset that or bring it. Well, actually, hold on here. Oh shit. Okay. Hit the wrong button. All right. Testify. Welcome to Boulder Talk Radio.
Good evening, long-time listener, first-time caller. How are you guys doing this evening?
I'm alive.
Well, that's a good thing. You have a breath in your body.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's kind of the
How did you survive getting through that last guy?
he calls in all the time.
Oh, okay. Well, that hurt. It really hurt. But I wanted to talk about the Stealing Solo book again. What do you think about it being put on Indiegogo after the shit launch of the last one?
Wait, they put it on. Oh, they put it back up on Indiegogo.
Oh, it's on Indiegogo right now. Yeah, they just launched it again. Yeah.
Wait, what are they going to do with it?
They put a new cover on it, but it's the same shit book.
I mean, I like the concept of the book, to be honest with you. Like,
It was a cool idea, and it was highly hyped, but it ended up being the biggest shit storm in a while.
Yeah, and he's made 52 fucking thousand on it.
Yeah,
Oh no,
I know.
that's the other one. Is there a
Did
new
you
one?
get your copy with the address label on the back?
No, I never. I know. I don't.
Oh.
I don't put money on fucking comic books.
Do you know about the fandom rejects?
No, I don't.
Oh, I call anybody that wasn't in the original Fandom Menace little group that do these streams where there's there's 10 people on a panel and one person watching. I call them the fandom rejects. Now there's a lot of them out there.
Because it's an excellent grift.
It is.
Apparently
Did you
not,
ever-
because there's some rejects among them.
Yeah. Did you ever meet Admiral Doom?
No, I've never. Not that I recall. Maybe I did at some point, but
Well, he's dead. He didn't make it.
oh,
Unfortunately, yeah, he died.
that's
But
well, that,
what else are you guys up to?
that is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
He called me a bad thing on a stream one time and literally dropped dead 2 days later.
Well,
I
I guess
felt
the
bad.
key is the key. Did you death note him? Is that what's going on?
No. I was told I have a kill count, but I had nothing to do with it, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. People have I think said something similar about me at some point.
They
in
say
time.
many weird things. It's just
Well,
It's
I
the
mean,
internet.
if you look at the people who are involved in like the fandom menace as it is right now, I mean,
Yeah.
all they do is like peddle misinformation. They're literally snake oil salesmen at this point.
they're pretty bad at it. I agree. I'll agree with you on one thing. Totally. How do you feel about pug dogs?
Pug dogs.
Yeah, pugs.
I have no thought. I don't. I have no issue with pugs.
Well, especially certain ones from Australia.
You've lost me on that. Are you talking about the Johnny Depp thing?
Sure, we'll call it that.
No, I don't. I don't know about pugs from
Well,
Australia.
I have this pug that keeps terrorizing me on Twitter right now. Sending me mean messages. I think he's in your chat right now too. I think his name's Smug Pug. Do you know
Oh.
how hard? Do you know how hard it is, and how my feelings have been hurt daily by this guy?
No, I'm learning this for the first time.
I've been crying daily.
Perhaps blocking him on Twitter could be.
Oh no! You never block anybody on Twitter.
I block a lot of people on Twitter. Who gives a
we
shit?
know
It's
that,
Twitter.
Matt. You block a lot of people.
I don't care. Fucking I block them. You know who
no
gives a shit?
blocking.
Who
How much
cares?
time do I have left, by the way?
We're about a minute and a half.
Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of Liam Gray from Australia?
Liam Gray. No, I haven't.
Well, nobody else has it either. He's a horrible comic book guy that sent out a crap product to everybody after a year and a half of waiting.
Well, I mean, isn't that a lot of Comicsgate?
Well, well, the thing is this. He actually denounced Comicsgate before the book came out, but he was Comicsgate when he was asking for the money.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. There's a lot of
Yeah.
that stuff that happens. Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that do that kind of stuff. Looking him up here on Twitter. Okay.
I think his
Well-
name is Retro Boy 1983. He's very
Yeah.
confused. He's very confused.
I've got my magnifying glass out, but I'm just trying to find the point here.
Oh, I just wanted to, throw you guys off a little bit, get out of these weird areas you guys were in.
That's okay. I appreciate that. It's good. It's good to come in and kind of knock it off kilter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just
Like
you
you got-
guys went from talking about Phantom Menace, then all of a sudden to hating Trump to the thing that happened at the Capitol, and then I was just like, let's just talk about bullshit for a minute.
That's all good. That's absolutely fine.
Sure,
I
that's
enjoy that
fine.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
A moment of bullshit.
You have to understand. I literally do not plan this. I have maybe an idea. I wanted to talk about the fucking Earth losing air so I could make Spaceball references all night long.
Oh god.
You know?
Yeah.
And then
Well,
we ended up getting questions about about politics, and that just took into a whole fucking different direction.
Yeah, it gets kind of boring because what else can you say about politics?
No, I know. I do agree with you. Actually, it's like it's one of those things where it's like, going even like kind of just tying that back into the fandom menace. How many times am I just going to say the same fucking thing?
Well, how many times are we going to do a YouTube video on Gina Carano
Yeah.
or
I've done
Rose
a few.
Tico?
I haven't touched Rose Tico in a long time.
I'm done
actually-
talking about Vagina. Like, I don't want to
Yeah,
talk about her anymore.
yeah, I
It's
don't care
gotten
about
old. Everybody's kind of overplayed it.
Well, they
think, in
milked
my-
it. Like they milked it, and I have all these people coming in from like fandom menace crowd, and they're
Oh,
just
yeah?
like they say the stupidest shit. the stupidest shit. You know, they're like, no, people are mass unsubscribing from Disney Plus, and it's like, no, they're not. You know, they're not actually.
I've had it since day one.
Yeah,
I think it's a great service actually.
Hell yeah, man! Fucking WandaVision.
I'm one of the only ones that say that out loud.
but that's the thing. They go like, you know, like look, Doomcock put out a video. It was my friends from the Poindexter Lounge covered it tonight, and I can't listen to him. I just can't because
I like Lord Doomcock. He's still funny to me.
But it's all lies. It's literally all lies.
He's been a lot more right than wrong. Actually,
tell me one thing he's been right on. No, legitimately, I'm legitimately asking that question.
Let's see, the stuff that was going to happen with
the Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of the Skywalker.
Okay, that came from a guy
right
named,
on par on everything.
That came from a guy named Jedi Paxis on Reddit. That was not his scoop. This is the thing.
I think we need to prove this.
Give me a quick second.
Okay.
I'll find the thing.
I overall think Lord Doomcock's entertaining, though.
I mean, no, there's nothing wrong with finding the guy entertaining, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with that at all. My issue is, again, like basically with what you were just saying right there, where you go, oh no, he did this, and it's like that came from literally Reddit. And
I very rarely go on Reddit.
This thing right here is basically this is what everyone talked about, and this is what everyone covered. And it all came from a guy named Jedi Paxis, who has been, you know, pretty much confirmed to be an actual scooper. And so when I bring up the way that Doomcock handles things now, and that he's always lying to people, like just like you just did, they always go back to this.
Quick question: what if Jedi Paxis is the guy that gave Lord Doomcock the information?
I highly doubt it because this came out after the fact. And there's also a guy. Well, there's also a guy named Ketwalski who covers Star Trek. Ketwalski legitimately went on to 4chan and started planting Star Trek Discovery leaks and scoops that were outright lies in order to bait Doomcock into running with them by claiming he had inside sources. And Doomcock did just that.
What did you think of that horrible show? Did you watch it?
I've seen like the first 9 episodes of it. I didn't hate it, but I lost interest.
Oh, it was so bad. I couldn't even get through 2.
Because the guy who plays Commander Saru, and I know him in real life. Like I'm buddies with Doug Jones. So it's like I was watching it at most like support for for a guy I know.
Mercy watching.
Yeah, but I just kind of like it went to their mid-season break and I just kind of like never went back to it. I've heard now it's a lot better, but I'm just kind of like whatever with it. It's not my, I'm not going to like rush out to watch Star Trek unless it's a movie.
Well, it would have been better if they would have put it on just network TV, not that stupid CBS, whatever it is.
Well, yeah, but CBS All Access is now dead as of today.
Oh, was it today?
Because Paramount Plus is coming out, so Paramount Plus has now got Star Trek Discovery on it. And they've rebranded
I forgot the Paramount Plus thing.
So that should be pretty fascinating to see where it goes after that. But yeah, going back to the Doomcock thing, he's if you go and you really watch what he says. He frames these outlandish statements about how things are going to change, but it all goes back to the changing or the retconning of the sequel trilogy. And when one, like the Veil of the Force thing, doesn't pan out, he moves on to another thing, to another thing, to another thing. All this guy does is, and he lies to people, and I've called it out, and I'll tell you this, and then I got to move on. But the last time I did it, I said I did a video like Doomcock's Big Lie Exposed. And a lot of people were fighting me in the comment section, and I would ask them like follow-up questions. And a lot of what I heard was, it's not about him being accurate or him being correct. What it is it's about how he makes them feel, because they feel like he gives them hope that things are going to change. And I'm like, how can you sit there and look at everything he says that has not panned out in any way, shape, or form?
But he does a lot better than what's his name, the one guy that the guy that puts out like the same videos every day, just reworded.
Oh, Geeks and Gamers? Or no, Mike Zero.
Well, there's that guy.
You could be talking about anybody right now.
Yeah.
No,
Mike Zero. Mike Zero.
That was the one.
Dude, that guy. I have to give him a little bit of credit. Like you say Doomcock's entertaining. I think Mike is like an idiot savant. Like this dude comes up with like these concepts that are so insane, but he does it like 6 times a day.
It's the same video, just reworded in different ways.
It very much is, yeah. Because what he does is he uses like these long form, like very descriptive sentences, but on repeat. So it gets picked up by like the transcript. And some people think that it gets picked up by the algorithm because he just says it like he'll SEO his script. You know, instead of saying like Kathleen Kennedy or just Kathy Kennedy, he'll go Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm, producer of the sequel trilogy. And he'll just
totally noticed the repetition.
Like and he'll just keep repeating it. And I'm like, man, like holy shit. And there's some good videos that have gone into like kind of, you know, breaking down how he does certain things. And what I guess what I say I have to love about, and I give even Doomcock this level of respect too, is that no matter how many people will very accurately point out their bullshit, at no point does their core audience fucking care.
No, he's got a pretty solid built-in audience.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's only amplified by people like Nerdrotic and all those other guys that it's all culture war stuff.
They've got their back, you know what I mean?
But the thing with Doomcock that I find to be the most fascinating is that have you heard of the Commandant? The BitChute Nazi? The BitChute Nazi?
No, I haven't.
Look him up. It's KOA, you know, the Commandant with the K.
Commandant, okay. On BitChute?
It's on BitChute. Okay. I swear to God, it's fucking Doomcock. Because that's the thing. A lot of people were like calling it out as being Doomcock. And if you listen, because you know Doomcock pre-records everything, he runs it through a voice changer, and then he just he kind of acts it out as it's playing and whatever. This is the exact same thing, but it's like full on full on Nazism. And
I don't know. I have to hear it.
Go listen to it. Go listen to it and whatnot, and like check it out. It's one of those things where you're like, if it's not him, then it's someone LARPing as Doomcock, but as a Nazi. But I think but based upon the people I've talked to who were inside his inner circle on Discord for a while, a lot of the same shit that the Commandant said is very similar to what Doomcock says privately when you talk about the culture war and everything else. And then also the big thing for me is listen to the breathing. Doomcock's a big boy. He's a big boy. He's got you can tell he's got sleep apnea. Okay. And if you listen to when he talks, he'll go, you'll hear he'll inhale in between sentences. And that gets picked up by the modulator because he doesn't go and remove those breaths. Commandant does the same thing. And if you listen to him on a live stream where he doesn't actually use the voice alteration software, you also hear a lot of heavy breathing. To me, it lines up. No. That's how I see it. To me, it lines up. It's my opinion.
I just wanted to let you theory for tonight. Yeah.
I just came on. I wanted to let you guys know Admiral Doom is dead. I don't smoke crack, and I've never had gay sex in my wife's bed. So thank you very much.
Okay.
No.
Very interesting way on that one.
No cock. He's got no cock.
That's fascinating. Thank you. I don't. I'm a little bit confused on that ending. But you know what? It still flowed better than The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
So I'll give it that one. All right. So let's get into Ryan here. Let me put the 5 minutes on the clock, man. How you doing,
guys?
buddy?
Good. So let's see. The topic I have in store is I've been wanting to say this in the last time, but I didn't get a chance. When you think of the 90s or 90s culture, what is the first thing that pops into your head?
It's such a weird thing because I was born in 1982. So I have distinct memories of the 80s and my formative years. My teens were all in the 90s. And I saw your question pop up on the comment section last night. And I was thinking, I didn't answer because I was kind of thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, because when I think of the 90s, I have so many different memories. Is it like when, back in 93, when I was, like the summer of Jurassic Park, after I saw that movie, I spent the summer reading the novel, wanting to get more involved. Like the evolution of practical and digital effects and filmmaking was a big impact on me back in the day. Nirvana, grunge, even though I didn't like grunge, was still something that was a culturally relevant thing. The Spice Girls were culturally relevant, and I fucking loved the Spice Girls. So it's such a very, I don't want to say loaded question, but it has like there's no right or wrong real answer to really kind of, because it can be so many different things.
Oh yeah.
The 80s, you think like synth music or like, new wave, hair metal. There's a lot of different facets you could point to culturally speaking. The 90s very similar, but it also has the birth of the internet. And so going into the information superhighway and how that changed things. So it's like, it's a very odd kind of place to be.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess for me, I guess the 90s can be described as the 80s trying to die and the 90s trying to find its own identity in a way.
I get that.
Yeah. And let's see what else. And I guess there's also the rise of domestic terrorism with Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma City bombing, Columbine. Let's see, the O.J. Simpson trial, where people were pretty divided at the time, because the L.A. riots were just happened, and I guess people were divided in two sides. Either you believe O.J. Simpson did it and he's guilty, or you believe he's innocent and anyone who says otherwise is racist.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tough one. Because I mean, like, I remember like the Rodney King beating, and I remember like the result of that. But then as I got older, I actually looked into that whole situation. And while it definitely did not end anywhere near in the right way, there's also a lot that got left out of that conversation about like what Rodney King himself did, he went on like, it wasn't like they just pulled him over and they beat his ass. It was like literally this high speed chase. And it went on for a while. Again, not justifying it, but there was more information that didn't get talked about back then. So, I mean, and then even the OJ case, like he was acquitted. But pretty much everyone thinks he did it. So yeah, there's all these weird like cultural elements. And I get what you're saying about the 80s going to die and the 90s trying to find its own place. But I mean, any decade could say that, looking at like the 70s and tie-dye, or tie-dye was more 60s, but bell bottoms and disco died out in the early 1980s for leather jackets and acid wash jeans.
Yeah.
And what the 90s gave us, fucking slap bracelets
and pogs. And
I was thinking about pogs tonight. I will not entertain an unkind word.
Yeah.
I love pogs. I literally was thinking about pogs before going live tonight.
Pogs are something else these days.
I was like,
yeah, they sure are.
Yeah, I mean, Pogs has a different meaning nowadays, but I was born in '91, and even I didn't know what the appeal was. So,
Pogs were great. It was gambling with like milk carton lids, right? Like that's all it really was. Like they were banned in my school, my middle school, and I actually became a political advocate for pro Pogs, and I led a petition to get Pogs reinstated, and we did. And then some fucking asshole, like popular kid, fucking stole the credit. I was like,
wow,
you bitch.
What a shud.
I forget who it was. He was some piece of shit. You know what I mean? I think he's probably old and fat now. I mean,
probably went on to become a member of the Fandom Menace.
It's one of those. It's one of those things where it's just like, I remember Pogs pretty fondly.
Yeah, and me personally, yeah, it was definitely the rise of Pokemon cards. I remember all of my friends just collecting Pokemon cards and the ones on the Game Boy and all that.
Yep.
You either collected Pokemon cards or you collected Beanie Babies, and
yeah,
I was the latter.
I really enjoyed Pokemon cards. I like playing the game. I tried to get myself to a position to where I could play with more of my friends, but really I just got into like the card collecting. And
yeah, that's what most people liked.
Well, and there was this, this is a true story, and then I'll let you go, Ryan. But so when back in the summer of summer of 99, I worked for Hollywood Video, and we had a whole bunch, at one point we were getting rid of our Cracker Jacks. We had these big, like huge boxes of Cracker Jacks. And my boss asked me if I wanted them. I said, yeah. So he loaded my car with 63 boxes of Cracker Jacks. Again, the big boxes, not the little ones, like cereal sized fucking boxes of Cracker Jacks. Anyway, there were these kids in the neighborhood who loved Cracker Jacks, and they would trade me Pokemon cards for the Cracker Jacks. And I would like put in a request. I'm like, hey, let me get like a holographic Charizard, and I'll give you like 5 boxes of fucking Cracker Jacks. And they were like, okay, cool. And they found the cards, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? I didn't think about it. Found out later on they were stealing cards from fucking card shops. So it's like I was inadvertently like their fucking Pokemon card fence, you know?
Wow.
And and I was giving them not cash, but like fucking Cracker Jacks because I really liked it. It didn't go on very long. It was like maybe a couple weeks until I ran out of fucking Cracker Jacks. But I got a holographic Charizard out of it.
Illegal trading.
It was, I didn't know that they were stealing. When I found out, it definitely stopped. I was like, holy fucking shit, because I'm like, whoa, man, like I didn't know you guys were doing this. Holy crap!
Also, I ran out of Cracker Jacks, so.
Well, I mean, there is that, but no, a lot of it boiled down to the responsible thing to do, which was to not the thing is like, I was like, oh man, like their mom's gonna come yell at me, and the mom was like, no, that you didn't know what was going on, and like that was fine. Like, okay, cool. Well, raise your kids better.
Yeah. Oh, and one more thing before you kick me out. Yeah, the one thing that did come out in the 80s, PC culture. Yeah, I know everyone's talking about, PC and all that, but I guess
you ever play fucking King's Quest before? There's a bunch of fucking great games that came out back then.
Yeah. And let's see. Yeah, with PC culture, there was all the parents complaining about South Park and how the right-wing Christian fundamentalists thought Harry Potter was encouraging kids to do witchcraft. Pokemon example that was teaching devil worshipping because it involved evolution.
Oh, you mean like the Jack Thompson shit?
I guess.
Yeah, I genuinely thought you were talking about fucking computers for a second there.
Oh,
I
no.
apologize. I was like, what?
No, there was a lot of that back in the day. Like I remember my uncle was a pastor, and he's like, I won't he's like, we won't let the kids read or watch Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but you guys watch like Die Hard, because we watched Die Hard together. And I was, I'm like, what the fuck? It's such a, like, no, witchcraft is terrible. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. So I'll go. I promise. Okay.
Well, no, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in, Ryan. I'm sorry we missed you last night.
That's fine.
But we'll get you in. We'll get you in again 100%, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one, man. Thank you very much.
Good night.
See ya. All right. We're gonna get to John. John, how's it going, man? Let's see if he might have fallen. Might have fallen asleep. Okay, so we're just gonna give John a second to catch up here.
Well, we did get a super chat. Yeah.
Hondo, fucking $10 super chat, sir. You are very kind. Thank you. Says some lard ass giga virgin Star Wars consumer coomer is LARPing as a white nat. I got to look into this. At least Dingo has a job in the family where he lives. The number of single obese virgins lapping is insane.
I figure he means LARPing in the second.
Well, yeah, I get that too. Some lard. Who the fuck is the?
They're talking about Doomcock.
Oh yeah, some lard ass virgin.
Talking about no cock. Yeah, no cock.
Consumer. I just love the consumer coomer. Like that should be a nighttime program on like your local cable channel, your local news.
Can Coomer.
Right? Like, hi everyone, my name is Blake Hartley, and I'm the consumer coomer. We're going to be investigating the local strip club. Can you come here without being shamed?
I feel like that name implies someone who consumes someone's coom. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I would. Well, what's funny was because the opening the cold open tonight that I did. Originally, I was gonna do I was gonna go. Welcome to Boulder Talk Radio, where we ask the hard question, is cum vegan?
Yeah, that is a hard question.
That is a very hard question. Yeah, I've actually asked that on Twitter. Oh, he's asleep.
Wait, what? No, come on. Don't say that. I think that.
No, no. Okay, no, he's here. Oh, okay. I thought you were. I heard you breathing. I thought you passed out like Futternut.
Yeah.
No, it's something weird going on with the phone. You know when it blacks out to it goes hibernate. Now it's just killing the mic for some reason.
Oh,
Weird.
So
that's
I'll
fucking
start
yeah, trash.
that. Well, there's a recent update on the phone, but
Yep.
what was entertaining for me this week was watching the video of Alex Jones crying about how he needs to be a better person and he supported Trump.
Yeah, he's really upset about the idea of Trump running again, isn't he?
It's like I mean these people. I enjoy watching all the fire and destruction that Trump does to the people that support him. That's just like you're asking for it, you know. But it's a terrible pleasure.
Well, that's the thing that I find to be fascinating is I saw that video clip of Trump going like, "Man, Jones like, I wish I never met Donald Trump." Did you guys? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
that's
about
the
as
one.
well.
That's
yeah,
the
that
one.
was really fucking funny, man.
Oh, but I'm like, you know, I've always thought Alex Jones really believed his own BS. But when you think about how insidious it is to be willing to do that, causing all those people to move to a different house like 6 times because his own audience is following what he says, that's maniacal. That's really wrong.
Well, and the thing is, like, the people out there are, and this is where, you know, the argument comes from, unfortunately. And it's always well, you know, like, is he responsible for those people? And it's like, well, I mean, when they keep doing it and he, you know.
Oh, he just, I mean, he's doing it to make money, and it's legally you can lie. That's the harsh reality. You know?
We'll play this clip. We'll play this clip because it's very fascinating. It's only 2 minutes long, and I figure out this one we should probably fucking say, okay, remind John it's only gay if the balls touch. That is true. You know, that reminds me as I set this up, that reminds me of one of the very first images I ever saw on 4chan, which was 4 penises with like a Prince Albert, all like a cock ring through all 4 penises, and they were all boners. And then like it was in a motivational poster meme, and it just says it's not gay if the balls don't touch. And I went like, that is the funniest goddamn fucking thing I've ever seen. And it's also horrible at the same time. It's like, that's what I miss about old school 4chan. They tried to make you laugh. Nowadays, it's just like, no, they don't. It's just white nationalism. And then you go over to B and it's like, hey, do you have any of those Instagram photos you probably shouldn't have? It's all fucking terrible. It's all terrible.
Yeah.
It's god
awful. I said, mouth is just a mouth.
Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. This is a children's show. This is a children's show. John, what are you doing? You're fucking killing me here. You're fucking killing me here.
Disclaimer to YouTube. This is not actually intended for audiences.
John's comments do not represent the hosts of the show.
Yeah,
and may God have mercy on his soul. So okay, here we're just gonna do this real quick. I haven't seen this full clip yet.
I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man.
Can you guys hear it?
Fucking sick. Rolling. Part of me, the selfish part, wishes I'd never met Donald Trump, wishes that I'd never met Roger Stone, because unlike previous things I'd done that were game-changing, those were just time-space continuum reflections of the third big change I was going to be involved in. And that was bringing Donald John Trump into Austin. So I said it again. I said Austin. into office. Because you guys are asking really good questions. This is going to be a really good thing, but I'm going to say it again in a minute. Let's drink some of this Hermione after I say it. Because it's the truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have fucking met Trump. I wish it never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks that I've been through. I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man. God, I'm fucking sick of him. And I'm not doing this because it's like I'm kissing his fucking ass. You know, it's just like I'm sick of it. Do it in a minute.
Wow.
Yo, when he said I'm fucking sick of him, like the way that he said it just so bluntly, I felt that 100%. Like, I think that's the most I ever agreed with anything that he's ever said before, because I was just like, yup, agreed 100%. Even more than the fucking politics of it all, I'm just tired of hearing the same person's name every single day for the past 5 years. And now finally I've had some days where I haven't heard his name for once. Like, you know what I mean? It's insane. And it's a good feeling, because I don't like the entire dialogue being around one man. And when even Alex Jones can see it says a lot.
Well, Alex Jones is always going to protect his own self-interest first. Like, that's going to be the factor that we have to
Oh yeah,
remember
100%. No, he's a bullshit artist, but like I agree, I can agree with like that one thing that he said right there. Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Well, I've always thought that he just recognizes himself through Trump. He's looking at what Trump does. He says, "Hey, I'm doing this too," but he can't admit that to himself. You know, that's why he's.
Well, the thing is, like,
acting like
Alex
that.
Jones is a supposed true believer, right? And he paid $50,000 to get a top billed speaking spot at the protest before the before the insurrection, right?
Really?
And yeah, he paid 50 grand.
Oh my God.
To
He
get
paid?
access. So he's, so he definitely is aware of what he's doing. But there's also another video of Jones as people were starting to break into the Capitol, where he was trying to
Right.
like get them to go back. He was because I think at that point it's one of those times where you realize that this person has
Gone too far, huh?
yeah, like shit's now happening to where it's like, oh fuck, right? Like he's like, no, go back, go back, go back. And the thing is, all these people have now moved past Alex Jones, and that's the thing. When you're fringe, you want to be on the fringe, which is what Jones likes to do, and then all of a sudden you're no longer on the fringe because these people have gone beyond you to like OAN and Newsmax and shit and QAnon. I mean, Alex Jones is like, I fucking hate QAnon, and it's like, dude, now you're alienating a large part of your base because those people believe QAnon.
Yeah, and he's mad that they stole their grift, his grift, though. Like, that's what he's upset about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes more sense than anything else. Is he lost his grift. He misses his money.
Well, he had made a comment at some point. I saw something kind of in connection with that particular little piece, and it had everything to do with him saying he's made like $60 million selling those fucking pills. Like $60 million sending like with those pills
Oh
and
my
shit.
God.
So it's just it's fucking insane how much money he's been able to make off of all that shit. Yeah, but no, I've
I've always thought he was broke. He acts
No,
like
no,
he's
no.
broke.
His wife, he made like $3 million a year off of InfoWars, and then whatever else like his merchandising stuff, and he's probably been like there's a high likelihood that he gets financed via dark money, like a lot of the alt-right
okay.
people have been.
Okay.
And it was funny every time I bring that up because I've been saying that shit now for 3 years. Where like I'm like, no, there's a lot of dark money coming into this stuff. And a lot of people are like, no, you're just fucking being paranoid. I'm like, no, I'm not being paranoid. I'm like legitimately.
Oh, the dark sources, like they have think tanks setting up websites in Africa to put false information into the U.S. They do all this crazy fake stuff.
Okay, you're gonna
all
need
the
to send me.
time.
You're gonna need to send me some information on that.
Yeah, I
These
heard.
crazy-
I heard a crazy
these-
ideas. Yeah, I'll look into it. It's
Yeah, because I mean, I'm interested to talk about the crazier shit. What was it? The guy, Perspicpacus. I can never say his fucking name. He's like, you should try doing like a coast to coast sort of thing. So that might be a thing. Oh, he's in here right now.
Yeah, I heard it from a reference, and it was basically disinformation sites overseas that are doing it to states, so that looks legit.
Yeah. Well, all right, man. Hey, we're
right.
coming up on. I gotta try to
No
get out of
problem.
here before 2 a.m. So, but I got some people to get to. But thanks a
I
lot for coming on
promise
in,
to be
John.
good.
All right,
I promise
we'll
to be
talk
good.
again soon. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Have a
Yeah.
good one.
Take it easy.
All right, we're gonna kind of lightning round the last couple of people. We'll give them the 5 minutes. We'll lightning right into it. All right, Black Weebo Jones, man, you got 5 minutes on the clock.
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
Well, I was pretty fucking ready. I was gonna come on here and talk some shit, but I fucking clicked the back button and I ended up last in line. So that's gay as fuck. But I guess I'll go with my original topic. Y'all talk about Trump a lot, bro. Like, I thought with the new fucking election and Biden getting in the office, I wouldn't come on here and hear about that old fucking nigga. God damn.
It's gonna take some
What
time
is there to
get past
talk
that.
about anymore, bro? Like, we done said all that shit.
Well, he
Like,
keeps
everybody's
inserting
done
himself
said
into the
all of their
conversation.
fucking shit, bro. Like, fuck.
Like,
New year, new bullshit.
I don't think anyone was really talking about him before he did this thing at CPAC. He keeps trying to insert himself back in the conversation, but it's definitely talking about him a lot less. Look, it's going to take people a long time to wean off that, not just the regular people, but the news media, because like I said earlier, people have been hearing this guy's name every single day for the past 5 years, and they're
Bro, you said it. We're fucking done with it. Who wants to hear about this dude? Like, I used to be a Trump supporter. I used to fuck with him. But you see, Trump started fucking with the small hats. And I don't fuck with the small hats, all right? That's a big fucking no-no, okay?
Wait. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to ask you to clarify what you mean by that because I know.
You know what I mean, Matt. You know what I mean. They know what I mean, all right?
Oh, okay. He moved. What do you mean? He moved the embassy to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv.
He kissed the wall, Matt. He kissed the fucking wall.
Yeah, because he was always pro-Israel. So that to me was like just a standard of, it's just standard operating procedure. I don't know what you mean by it.
I can't do it, Matt. I can't support any U.S. president who is pro-Israel. No, sir. In Minecraft. In Minecraft, we here on Boulder Talk Radio, we love Israel. We love the independent state of Israel. But in Minecraft, I fucking hate Israel. Okay?
I don't know what any of this means. Okay. So I get it.
But what I'm getting at is, like, I heard earlier these fucking dudes were coming on here or some shit about Trump running in fucking 2024. Is he fucking pulling a Hillary now? You fucking lose and you try to jump back in the fucking race? Like, no, nobody wants you, okay? Even his supporters. That's why he freaking lost. Like, they don't want him again, dude.
He's polling the best of any Republican for, like, what the primaries could end up being. I doubt it'll end up that way once, like, the Trump fever is actually worn off, but there's a chance that he could still run and have, I don't know, maybe he won't. I think it's just posturing like that.
He's the fucking lie out and die, bro. Oh, God.
In Minecraft, right? Yeah, in Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft, baby. In Minecraft.
Yeah, I agree.
Wow, Minecraft really has a lot of euphemisms.
Yeah, it really
You have no idea, man.
No, I
you have no fucking idea, baby.
Do not have any fucking idea about that. Okay, so
please, bro, please stop talking about them, bro.
It was again, someone had, there was a couple super chats, and it spurred the conversation. I'm a capitalist. I give the audience what they want.
I understand, man. You got to make that money, don't you? You gotta make that fucking money, baby.
I gotta buy them diapers. I gotta buy that formula. I
gotta
feed
buy
my
them
kids.
diapers and keep that little girl happy. Ain't that right, baby? Now, what were you saying before I rudely interrupted you?
Okay. My follow-up question, and I probably shouldn't even ask this question, but my follow-up question is, so you don't want there to be a president that is pro-Israel?
Oh, we about to get into this.
Well,
it's cool. See, they don't like you question shit, and they don't like you having beef with them, okay? But I'm going to let you finish because I interrupted you again. I'm sorry.
No, I guess just explain your point because I'm trying to, I thought
I believe a lot of people in our fucking government have that dual loyalty bullshit. Okay? They're not fully fucking loyal to our country. And I would just love to see one fucking president who doesn't kiss small hat ass. All right? That would just be beautiful in my fucking eyes, bro. To have one motherfucker who is 100% one for all and just us, all right? Not fucking them, okay?
But we live in a society where and I said it. We live in a culture.
We live
I
in a
should say.
society.
We do live in a society, but we live in a culture where, I mean, I could be wrong on this, but my understanding is our support of Israel is kind of like our gateway to the Middle East, which we very much want the oil that comes out of the Middle East.
Well,
obviously, like Biden's non-approach to
Iran.
well, no, I'm talking more about MBS and the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. How he's like, oh no,
Who the fuck was that? Who the fuck was Jamal? Whatever the fuck.
Khashoggi? That was the journalist who was fucking literally dismembered by a bone saw in the Saudi embassy in Turkey a couple of years ago, and it was a hit ordered by Mohammed bin Salman. So it's like, and that was the guy in charge of fucking Saudi, and like this was an American citizen that got fucking murdered, and like no one did shit about it because the fucking oil. So
they don't give a fuck about us, Pat.
Now that I do believe that's actually pretty fucking accurate. The politicians don't care about us. That's true.
They don't give a fuck about us, man. Long as it forwards their agenda, then they give a fuck about us. All right. You see that fucking retarded ass reporter dying? That did not benefit anybody. He is just a casualty. They don't give a fuck about his ass. But it's good that you remember it. You see, that's the key. You gotta remember shit, Matt. You see, the American populace, they don't fucking remember shit. All right? It's always like a fucking week by week fucking basis of the shit they fucking remember.
Well, it's kind of like retail, right? Like clothing. The 52-week rollout where every week there is something new to entice you to come back and buy. Every fucking week there's a new rollout of clothing. And what happens after the week? That shit just gets shipped off and ends up in fucking Africa. It's true.
I wasn't expecting the conversation to go here.
It's a weird conversation. It's definitely a weird conversation.
Oh, it's always weird, Matt.
Yeah.
It's always fucking weird, Matt.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're having a bolder talk right now.
The people who are going to listen to this on the replay, I appreciate that. If they make it this far, they're going to be like, what the fuck have I been listening to for the last nearly 2 hours? But I will say this, I have been getting more messages from people that have been telling me that they've been listening to the show after the fact, and they like it a lot. So because it's fucking weird and random.
Wow, cool.
So I'll nurture your baby, Matt. Nurture it, dude.
Nurture my baby. Yeah. Well, it's cold out.
All right. You're not one of them, Matt, until you get Israeli citizenship. Then we're gonna have to deal with you, dude.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
Right now you're an American. I told you, you're a mutt, Matt. You're one of us, baby.
Oh my God. All right. Let's see here.
Before you boot me, that dude, I think his name's Testify. Fuck that dude for talking shit about that autistic nigga. Okay? I fuck with that autistic nigga, all right?
Anthony's a good guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony is fucking beautiful, okay? And I Testify you hurt his feelings, bro. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, man.
I agree.
Testify can suck my dick, bro. All right, you can kick me. Bye-bye.
See you later. We'll have to maybe set up a discussion between him and fucking Testify. Oh my fucking God. I know it's getting late for you, Annie. I know it's getting late. All right, let's okay, we got Tony. Tony, your 5 minutes are on the clock, sir. How's it going?
Hello there.
So all right, let's get to the I know you've been waiting a while. There's like 2 more people past you.
Well, since we seem to be talking about Trump a whole lot.
We don't have to. We don't have to. We can talk about literally anything else.
Well, I guess I'm kind of piggybacking off of previous callers.
Okay.
Why do you think people still believe this whole voter fraud shit, even though it's been largely disproven, and even to the extent that there was some, it's not as bad as people say it is.
Well, the voter fraud out of Georgia was pro-Trump voter fraud. Let's be fair. There hasn't been widespread voter fraud. Okay, look, it's like this. People want to believe it. They want to believe it because they lost, and that is how they cope. That is how they cope. They didn't think that Trump was going to lose again. They thought he was going to steamroll everything. And then he lost. And then they had to cope. And so the cope was, no, he didn't lose because he was a deeply unpopular president. And more people voted against him than pro Biden, I would argue. He, they don't want to believe it. So they just kept saying all this stuff. They put on this dog and pony show. They held these meetings and these, like, whatever you want to call it, like at hotel fucking ballrooms and shit. Where they would have Trump call in and talk through a speakerphone for like 30 fucking minutes and shit. Like they would do all of this stuff. And then they would, they would make it, it would dominate the news cycle. So people would believe it. And then Trump would use that as saying, we need more money. We need more money. We need more money. And then, so people believed it because they wanted to believe it. They were caught up in it.
And almost sounds kind of like Russiagate, because back in 2016, they're not doing an autopsy report. The Dems did anyway. Oh, hey, let's play Vladimir Putin. Puppet.
You're breaking up there. You're breaking up there a little bit, man.
Well, I guess with this time around, it sounds like their version of 2016 when Hillary Clinton lost, rather than doing an autopsy report. Hey, let's blame Vladimir Putin. He's a puppet.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's like, I get it. I mean, like, clearly, look, there's a lot of disinformation that happens. There's a lot of craziness that fucking happens. And it's really unfortunate. So we're just going to have to, like, hope that people wake up, you know what I mean? And but when I say that, I'm literally going to go both sides on this one here. I want people on the right to wake up to that bullshit, and I want people on the left to realize that not every negative thing needs to be fucking canceled. Not every person saying something stupid needs to be fucking canceled.
Whoa. Nuts.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just fucking saying.
That's fucking bonkers. You're a radical alt-centrist sitting on a fence and.
Yeah, I know. But I love it. You know how many people have been like calling me far right recently?
Yeah, even some people I fucking know. We've had this conversation.
Yeah, I'm like, someone's like, oh yeah, Monday Matt's far right, and I'm like, I'm like a Bernie Sanders supporting like lefty, right? Like I shook Bernie's hand a year ago when he was in Tacoma. I waited all day to like listen to this guy. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking right winger, but goddamn, I love me some Bernie Sanders. It's funny to me. The whole thing is funny. The political tribalism is really funny.
Yeah, and then there's people in the fandom menace who think you're a communist and shit.
You know what? Like they can think about me whatever they'd like. I'm one of the only dumb motherfuckers that does a call-in show who is quite frankly hated still in a number of circles. And I put an open call in, and anyone can call in and pretty much say whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. Right? How many of those guys would ever fucking actually invite anything like that to happen on their end?
They don't do that shit. They usually lock it the fuck down.
They don't. They've got to sit in their echo chamber.
Hey, but that's why people like this show, right? Speaking of that, we got some shekels.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. God damn it. Black Weeaboo Jones, $5. We here on Polter Talk Radio support the independence of Israel. We give our lives for Israel and their right to the Middle East.
I didn't say it. I didn't fucking say it.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
I didn't say it. There's not enough money in the world to get me to say that. No way.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Jesus.
Regular day on Boulder Talk Radio.
Just another fucking night on BTR, baby. God damn it. I actually... I do get a kick out of this show quite a bit. I did miss doing it. I need to, I'm glad I brought it back, and I'm glad everyone's here. Thank you guys very much. It's like 1:30 in the morning. We have like nearly 50 people watching, which is awesome. Thank you guys. So, all right, Tony, we're at the end of the 5 minutes, brother. I'm going to let you go.
All right,
and we'll definitely talk again soon. All right. Have yourself a good one, dude.
See you guys.
See you. Thank you. All right. Let's get to, Xenotype fan. What's going on, man?
Oh, thank God. Thank God you got me on, Matt. I came here to warn you. That Testify guy, man, he's a straight-up fucking murderer. He killed this guy in cold blood, and I just had to come on to warn you.
Okay. What?
Yo, man, it's like this, all right? There's this YouTuber called Admiral Doom. Great guy, fantastic guy, Matt. Salt of the earth. You'd love him. done these little Star Wars videos to an audience of like 6 people. It was adorable. One day, he gets into this massive, massive fight with that Testify dude, the dude you had on a couple of minutes ago. And next day, he's dead, Matt. Dead.
And you're accusing Testify of being the person to kill him.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm curious as to what would be your evidence.
Well, it's pretty coincidental.
But coincidental isn't evidence. Coincidence is just coincidence.
Oh, Matt,
It might be circumstantial. It might be circumstantial, but circumstantial doesn't hold up in a court of law. So.
Oh, if you knew this Testify, Matt, you wouldn't be saying this. There's this poor little Australian boy called Liam Gray. He just wanted to make a comic book, Matt, a beautiful backwards comic book. It's called Xenotype. I'm reading it right now. You can see it in my little picture there. That's me holding it. Great book. Testify has been tormenting this autistic Australian kid for years now. For years, Matt. It just doesn't stop.
Okay, and like, well, why does he troll him?
Oh, that's like asking why does the sun rise? It just happens, Matt. No one can stop it.
I mean, like, is there? I mean, that's unfortunate for Liam Gray. What exactly has he done to piss off people to want to troll him?
Well, his book's fucking backwards. It's a piece of shit. That could be a start. But that's
but you're reading his book. So
and it's fantastic. It's a great book, but that's what these people are saying, Matt. This is what this Testify guy is saying.
Okay. So what? I mean, the guy raised. I'm looking at his Instagram here, or his Indiegogo. He made like nearly $80,000 off of 721 people.
Yeah, that's right. Great book too. 7 out of 10. Would back again. It's great.
Okay. So you just came on here to warn me about Testify.
Oh, I'm warning everybody, Matt.
Okay.
He's a menace. He needs to be stopped. And actually, I did have a question too, because
sure.
Since Admiral Doom's a dead YouTuber, I thought I'd bring up another dead YouTuber. What happened to John Michael Kelly? You remember that guy?
He's still around as far as I know.
Is he? Like, his Twitter's gone, his YouTube's gone, he nuked his Discord. I keep hearing all these rumors that he got on the wrong side of this group called the, what were they called? The Agents of Held. And he just closed up shop and ran away.
I'm sorry, I almost had a Freudian slip there. Some channels are just basically like living, walking, shambling versions.
Okay, hold on. I want to go to bed, but I kind of want to see where this whole fucking thing goes. Because apparently Testify is here.
What the heck? I'm a victim.
Oh shit.
Wait, what?
What the heck?
I don't know.
I thought we had fun earlier. What? I didn't do anything wrong.
Are we having a Boulder talk right now?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Dude,
you guys are gonna
do you
like
understand what this guy did? He printed his book backwards twice.
How does that? Okay. How does that
exactly?
happen?
Do you hear what I just said and how stupid that sounds? That's what the guy did.
But Testify, he's got lots of money and he's good at sex.
I don't
You leave
care
him
what
alone.
Liam Gray is. He's a joke.
This abuse.
And I am
see-
sorry.
Are you
I am
Liam Gray?
sorry.
Xenotype?
Me?
No,
Yeah.
that's Sneak Pig.
No, I'm Smeek Peak.
Oh,
He's
okay.
the number one
Xenotype
Xenotype
fan.
fan, though.
Oh, right. Okay. This is yeah. The chat saying weak bit is kayfabe. So
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I offended the Uncle Fester guy that was on before me earlier. I did not mean to.
You see what he's like, Matt? I can't control him when he gets like this. You see what I'm dealing with here?
I'm the victim here. I was called the N-word. Did you hear that? I'm a white.
oh my god. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ, you guys. So so is the Alvy Green? This is the greatest soap opera ever.
Boulder Talk Radio, everybody.
What the?
You know what? I'm a victim here. This is wrong, Matt. What are you going to do to rectify the situation?
Well, here's the way I view it, man. I got no dog in this fight one way or the other because I don't really read a lot of comics or pay attention to Comicsgate. You guys clearly have your beef. Feel free to take a moment to yell and scream at each other if that's what makes you feel better, and then we'll move on with the evening because, quite frankly, I don't know what else to do.
What'd you do to Admiral Doom, Testify?
I did not kill
Yeah, what'd you-
Admiral Doom.
what-
It's not
where
my
is
fault.
Admiral
He's dead.
Doom?
He's dead. DED. Dead.
What's his channel? I want to find him. I
Admiral
can't.
Oliver Doom.
Admiral Oliver Doom. Okay.
Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom, I think, actually. He's
He
still
claimed
putting
you
out YouTube videos, and he's dead.
He claimed you were raping his goats, and then you fucking killed him. Was there any
I
truth to
did
that
not
testify?
mean to.
You didn't mean to rape his goats?
Well, which one? I didn't mean to kill him.
I told you, Matt, this guy's a menace. He's dangerous. I'm getting out of here for my own safety. You all have a great night, and thank you for having me.
I'm a victim here. Did you hear what just
yeah.
happened?
You just admitted to murder, I guess.
No, I said I didn't. I didn't kill him.
You
But the
said
other
I
part,
didn't mean.
can't
You said
confirm
I
nor
didn't
deny.
mean to kill him. You literally
I
just said
did.
that. You literally just said that, though.
It's not my fault.
Okay,
didn't
well,
do
I
it.
don't know. I mean, contact a lawyer. Pray to God. Maybe. Maybe
Oh, he's
he'll.
been dead for over a month now. I have nothing to worry about.
Okay. I mean, cold cases are.
Oh, apparently there's somebody in the back saying they have proof I did. That's BS.
Oh,
There
you
is
know what?
no proof.
We've come this far. I kind of want to see where this is going to fucking go.
There is no
All right.
proof of this.
Okay. DA talks agents of what's your fucking name? here?
Agents of Held.
Agents of Hell. Okay.
Yeah, we're the people that fucked with JMK. But
okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, This Testify guy actually used to be a really big fan of his. He used to, go on streams and just cause a lot of shit. But it went a step too far when he raped this guy's
I
goat.
did not do such a
You
thing. That's not
fucking
provable.
raped his goats, dude.
It was consensual.
But wait, hold on. Wait, in what country did this take place?
Las
I mean,
Vegas?
where do we sound like we're from, man?
Well, I mean, I don't know where Admiral Doom is from.
He's from America.
Well, he's dead, Matt.
Well, I mean, his Twitter's been pretty active as 5 hours ago.
How is it active? He's literally. I'm
he's
not joking,
posting.
he really
He's
is.
posting
Admiral
about
Doom,
the
is
last thing he
dead.
posted was about Rule 34.
That's fucking awesome.
So
now that's
it's-
a way to go out. That's a way to fucking.
That's
Oh wow, no, his Twitter is active. Wait, are you sure you killed him? Testify?
I didn't kill him. It's not my fault.
No, it really is active.
He
No, that guy
keeled
really
over
is
overnight
dead though.
one night. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Maybe
If
this
I
is
had
like,
the video,
okay,
if
so-
I had the video, I would play it for you.
Maybe
So
this is a
so
Herman
who is
Cain
who
situation.
is Geeks Enjoy Nerdrotica? Who's that guy?
I have no clue who the hell
Because
that is.
he has a 4-hour 57-minute video here titled "Listening to Admiral of Doom Doomsday Silence in the Waiting Room," and apparently it's this dude. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. I just saw that he has a video about it. I had no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, no, I don't know, dude. I don't pay
So
attention.
clearly-
I was just here to prove that Testify both rapes goats and
That is
killed
not
Admiral
true.
Doom.
There is no
I'm
proof
sorry,
of
what?
that.
Okay,
Rapes
so
goats?
so hold on. You're Testify. You are saying that you had consensual sex with a goat in the Las Vegas area.
I can't confirm nor deny that.
Hold on, I'm looking at bestiality laws in Clark County, Nevada.
Don't do that, please.
Well, because you brought it. Now I'm just kind of curious. Bestiality.
Well, do you want me to show? I could show you the video of Admiral Doom.
No, he's sweating, dude. He's fucking sweating.
All right. So according to Nevada state law, it is bestiality is a criminal offense. This is defined as human being deliberately performing acts of sex acts on a non-human animal. People can be convicted of bestiality by aiding others in sex acts with animals.
It's 2021. What if I considered the goat a human? It identified as a human.
We're not really into the whole transhumanist thing just yet. So I mean, give it 10 years, you never
I'm
know.
just trying to work the system, man. Come on.
All right. Well, so basically, you're looking at a Class D felony that's carrying 1 to 4 years in a Nevada state prison.
Provable. It's not provable.
I mean, well, it's your word against his, and he's clearly
here, let
still
me just show
alive,
you. I'll
and you've
show you the
admitted to
video.
rape
There's
on the
nothing bad in
show.
it. Let me show you the video. There's nothing
I don't want to
bad
see
in it.
the. I don't want to see the video.
There's
kinda
no,
wanna see
there's
where
no
this is
goat
headed.
stuff in it. It's Admiral Doom. I want to introduce
How
you
long
to
is
him.
this video? Because
46 seconds.
Oh my god, this is gonna get me fucking destroyed, isn't it?
No.
We're gonna get
not
fucking
as destroyed
canceled.
as Admiral Doom's goat.
Please.
You know what I'm saying?
This is non-copyrightable music, too.
Yeah, right. This is gonna be a copyright strike.
It is
I can't even hear him.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah, you've doomed your own cock.
Raping sack.
Hey.
Like
Raping second.
Admiral, he wants me to bring him on so he can end something he started. Testify. Go back to raping goats like you always do, you dick sucking sack of shit. Settle it like this. You fucking started this, you goat raping sack of shit.
Was that really? What? Wait a minute.
No, that guy really did die like 2 days later, though. Like he is.
Can you understand maybe why he died now?
Yeah, because you fucking raped his goats. You fucking
I
sick
did
shit.
not. I'm trying to figure out how much of what I'm hearing is true and how much of it's just bullshit. Like,
I swear to you, the guy Admiral Doom is dead. He had a heart attack, and I feel bad for his family, but he did call me a goat rapist.
But so who's operating his Twitter?
I think his wife or something.
I mean, right now they're literally going through one rule of the internet per day, but it's not. Well, no, it's just different
The
rules.
first rule, though, if you scroll down to rule 1, it's don't let your goats around testify.
That is not true.
Hold on, I'm.
Oh God, you actually had to check this shit.
I'm on his Twitter right now, but rule 7.
Look, if Herman Cain's Twitter can still be active after he fucking dies, then why not this person's?
Well, I mean, he's been active, but it hasn't really been that active. It looks like it's all like pre-programmed tweets.
It could be, I don't know. You ever hear about those ghost stories where ghosts are like controlling technology?
All right, let's not go in this direction.
I'm just saying, Admiral Doom,
he's dead.
He is dead.
Okay, well, I did find his YouTube channel here. And his last video uploaded was a day ago.
I think he had a whole bunch of stuff set to automatically upload.
I feel like it's just like a deep fake or something like that.
No, I mean, like, fucking, it literally
You know
is...
you could do that with YouTube, and you have preloaded videos and have it go up at a set time.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Are we talking about the
that.
guy with 14 subscribers?
No, like, Admiral Oliver Franklin Doom. I mean, this is what appears to be him.
He's dead.
This is from like 2 months ago. Like, look at this shit here.
Yeah, he actually, a day ago he uploaded. Testify, you didn't kill him.
I did. I told you I didn't. I had nothing to do with it.
No, you admitted you didn't rape any. Well, you
I didn't confirm.
No, he did. No, the goat raping is what he admitted to. He denied killing. Dude,
that is better.
I mean, I'm not saying it's better. I think he's a sick fuck either way.
Okay, I don't want to listen to that. All right. So, he's uploading, but it's like it's just audio.
He uploads all these old
the Adventures of Nero Wolf. Yeah, the Case of the Disappearing Diamond.
It could just be like
shows.
What kind of fucking weird ass ARG is this?
What?
That's my question.
Well, it's people that talk to you.
Well, I mean, like,
that's fair.
Sure,
yeah, that's true.
All right, that's
Matt,
definitely.
I just want to let you know one more time. Admiral Doom is dead.
Okay.
I just want to let you know one last time that Testify for sure does rape goats. You can find him at
oh my God.
at that Star Wars guy, but it's really sick shit. Check out my videos though, DA Talks. I did a really long, in-depth video about JMK later.
Okay.
Testify rapes goats. Bye.
Thanks for your time. Thanks.
What the fuck?
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your call.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on here. We got a $10 from Blake Jones. My dad ate my fucking pepperoni again. Now I got no pepperoni. I came back here because I'm craving a piece of pepperoni. What the fuck? Holy shit. What the fuck is happening tonight?
I have no idea what the fuck's going on. I just kind of went with it.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, we got. I keep saying I'm gonna go to bed. All right, we got. Hetza's been waiting for a while.
Hey, Matt, fucking long time no see, con.
Yeah.
Do you recognize my voice at all? It's been like fucking almost 2 years now.
Sadly, no. Can you give me a bit more info?
Mate. We used to come to your service to have drama, so we didn't get our server banned. and he used to come to our server and basically tell us stories about weird, depressing Tinder dates, like the chick who invited you to the beach who was a meth head to give you a blowjob that you didn't show up to.
Oh right, yeah,
Now you remember us.
Yeah, that chick. I remember that. Yeah, that story. That's a true story too.
We were the ones who were fucking with Geek Thulu and who were making all the memes about it.
Right, yeah, the anime mafia guys, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah, the ones
All
who
right.
told you that you should become the next Tonka and Warski and host.
Yeah,
the,
I
Tuesday
fucking
'cause
see
you
no
would've
one
been-
wants to
You
believe me
should
on
have
that
fucking
shit.
do it. You should have fucking did it, man.
Maybe
You
I.
Well, you were basically just doing it right then and letting them fucking kayfabe all over the place. It was more realistic than half the shit that went on the fucking Kumite.
Yeah, that shit was fucking nuts.
Yeah. How you been, dude? Honestly, I just wanted to come say hi and then get you to tell basically the rest of your audience the story about the method bitch.
Oh yeah, no, I'll tell this.
this.
I'll tell the story about her. No, I've been okay, man. I mean, like the last couple of years have been fascinating to say the least. But
Mate,
you know what?
You pulled through.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm finally doing more of what I like, which is just kind of this shit hanging out, and then I'm doing podcasting just on other stuff
fair
that
enough,
I like. So yeah, I'm not involved in any of this crap anymore, man. Like it all
Yeah, fair
fucking,
enough.
YouTube, like the commentary community sucks balls, the skeptic community sucks balls, they all suck balls.
I mean, I'm still, one step away from being a Nazi and whatnot, but
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I mean, like that. I don't know if that's kind of a crazy thing. You're not like thinking about going to like Christchurch, or are you?
No.
Okay.
Well, see, I'm one of the superior part knit posters where I support the Happer Master Race, and we will replace you.
Well, good luck with that, I guess.
Hey, it's working so far. Look at all the Asian fetishes.
There are quite a few of those, yeah.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Yeah, I know two guys that have like had hardcore Asian fetishes, and then they've married Asian women. So, I guess people like it. I like Asian women, but
I mean, you can't really not.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
The propaganda is too strong. You've succumbed to the anime and the manga. It's they'll get you, mate. They will get you.
I have resisted the weebs. I will continue to resist the weebs.
Hey, at least they don't take meth and offer you blowjobs on the beach.
No, this one. No, you're actually getting two stories.
Really?
Overlapping there. Yeah. So the blowjob. Okay, so the blowjob story is that there was this girl that I'd met on Craigslist. It was never Tinder, and I met her on Craigslist, and she lived like 40 minutes away, and she was like, had recently gotten out of this relationship where she had lost her virginity to this guy, and but he dumped her because he called her a whore. Like he said that she was like cheating on him. She wasn't, but he kept telling her that she was. So when they finally broke up, she basically just like went through this like slew of dudes, a ton of guys.
So it's like, you're gonna call me a whore for a year and a half. You know what? Fuck, I'm gonna be a whore.
Yeah. So she went and she did it after the fact, and so she, like she calls me one night, and she tells me that she like fucked a Marine because she, he wouldn't leave her alone, so she just fucked him to get her to leave her alone. And then after that was done, because in her justification was like, I didn't even take off my shirt.
I remember now. Keep going.
Yeah. She's like, I didn't even take off my shirt. Like that's how much it didn't matter. Right? I'm like, oh, okay. And then she went to the bar, and she got this guy was kind of bugging her at the bar, so she like sucked his dick at the bar that same night in order to get him to leave her alone. And so I asked her, I'm like, how many guys have you fucked? And she's like, and she starts counting her, and she's like, I think she's like 12 or 17 or something. And this is all like in like the recent months. She was just, dick constantly. So then I asked her, I'm like, how many guys have you have you blown? Cause like, she's just giving out blowjobs like it's fucking Halloween candy. And so she starts counting, and this is how I remember it. She's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. I've sucked 27 dicks. That's what she said to me. And I just was like, I was waiting for 37 for a clerk's joke.
You thought it was gonna be a cliche.
Yeah, and I was like, come on, 37. Come on, 37. I was 10 shy. And then I still said in a row. And then the thing was like, she didn't get the joke because she didn't watch that movie, but she had invited me to come up to like drive the 40 miles. And she basically was like, if you come up to come see me, I'll suck your dick. And I didn't do it because I'm like, for one, like you literally just told me that you fucked a guy to get him to leave you alone. And then another guy was bugging you. And so you sucked him off at a bar to get him to leave you alone.
No, you'd have been the third dick that night.
I would have been like, it was a weird fucking thing. And no, I wasn't. He was looking for prostitutes. I wasn't looking for prostitutes. I wasn't. No. This was when they still had that up there, but no, this wasn't that. But I mean, I kind of feel like I found one in this particular story, and but the thing is, I never went out with her because I kind of felt very weird by the whole thing. So then she did meet a guy who, like, just maybe a couple weeks later, who she, as far as I know, is still married to and has like a multitude of kids with. So you know what? Hey man, like she ended up winning in the end, I guess, so
I don't think anybody there wins except for you for not driving there.
Here's the thing. Is at
and
the
that
time,
guy in the bar. And that guy
the thing is at the gas at the time was like $5 a gallon almost. And I was driving a Mercedes. So I was very conscious about the cost.
So it was like $2 about that. You'd be like, oh fuck, I got juice there.
Maybe. No, you know what? The thing with that though is I just that kind of, like I don't mind people having like past history, but when like you're talking to someone in the past couple months and they're like almost like a drive-through STD dispenser, you're just like, I don't know about that. Like when you're talking to a person and she's literally like describing herself as like the Panama Canal where vessels of semen flow through her every day, it just, it just kind of turns you off.
I mean, what else can you say after that? You've said it all fucking there.
Yeah. This Kirano here says, Matt, you should tell the story to a kindergarten class. No, I'm good. But that happened. That happened in way back in the day, like way back in the day.
It's one of my favorite stories for me. I couldn't remember the details, but I remember that one, and I remember the meth head one. I still can't remember the details of that.
So the meth head one, and it was actually crack cocaine. It was crack. It wasn't meth. It was crack. So it was another girl that I'd met on Craigslist because I was kind of active in the Craigslist, like dating scene back in the day. Because fuck paying for eHarmony, and I met this girl. She was from actually not far away from where I'm living now. And so we, so we're both from the Northwest. We hit it off, but she didn't want to meet me. She just wanted to talk, but she didn't want to meet me. I'm like, all right, fine, that sucks, but whatever. And then one night she calls me and she just goes, I just smoked crack cocaine. I need you to come pick me up and take me to the beach. And this is, by the way, this is fucking February in San Diego. So it's like not as bad as other places, but it's still cold. So me not wanting to pass up the opportunity to actually meet this girl for the first time. I fucking got in my car at 2 a.m. I drove over. I picked her up. She wasn't as far away as the other girl. Took her to the beach, and she did. She got in a bathing suit. 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. It's freezing cold, and she went and she swam in the fucking ocean. And then we hung out for a little bit, and I took her home. And that was really about it. So I mean, just like the crazy shit you do when you're like, oh, fuck, this is 2007. I was 25, so the crazy shit you do when you're 25.
We've all done some stupid shit when we're 25. I mean, I just wanted to tell these stories because I'm pretty sure, like, I'm one of the few people who's seen this side of you now, and now the internet has it.
No, I'm fine
good
with
fucking
that.
story. Oh no, they're fucking good stories, mate.
And if you've noticed, I told them to you like about 3 years ago, and the details haven't changed. So yeah,
no, absolutely. Like, I can vouch for that. They are completely. That is exactly basically the same. Though didn't the meth chick want to fuck you and you turned it down because it was like that she was, a bit too fucked up?
No. I made out with her.
I think it was like else.
It was I know I made out with there was another. I dated a stripper a year or two prior who was on meth, and I didn't know about it at the time. That's the thing. Yeah, I dated her for a summer, and that was like that was a whole mess. And the last I heard is that like she what I had heard was that she got married to a guy in the Navy because of like the benefits, right? And but she was still working as a stripper, and she was kind of hooking herself out at the time, and she ended up getting assaulted, and she got herpes from it, and then the guy in the Navy dumped her, like he divorced her, and then that's the last I fucking heard about her. So I literally have no idea where she's at. She could be alive, she could be dead. I got no fucking idea. You know, the San Diego stripper scene, I know a lot of people in. So it's been an interesting ride. What can I say?
And for the 40 people watching right now, how do you feel? Turns out Matt's been getting more pussy than you guys for the last 10 years.
Well, I mean, I've been in a 12-year relationship and I have 2 kids. So,
well,
you know,
so
like,
make that last 15 years.
think of it like that. You know, I guess I'm more trad than other people, but what can I say?
Mate,
let's see.
It's fucking good. It's good seeing you again, dude. It's
Yeah.
I'll let you fucking get back to it, mate.
Right.
I'll pop by next time you see you streaming.
All right, man. Have yourself a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Have a good one, brother.
Have a good day.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
It's fucking 9 p.m. here, mate.
Oh, fuck. All right, have a good night. See ya.
You had a good joke, but you just fucked up the timing. All right.
see you.
All right, have a good one, man. Thank you very much. Oh, all right. That was a long 2.5 hours. But you know what? What can I say? It turned out all right. It turned out pretty well. That was a very interesting evening. A lot of very interesting conversations were had. Ran the gamut, I should say, as being just a very what am I hearing? Oh, it's my cat. Okay. No, I'm hearing I'm like, I forgot my cat was in here. So I'm hearing this like rapping on like by the window, and I'm like, is fucking someone at my window? You know?
Jeez, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like a found footage movie, dude.
And I have one of those too. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up because I gotta get to fucking bed here pretty soon. But I do appreciate everyone coming by, all the callers we had coming on. This was a lot of fun. And if you're looking to rewatch this again, I did make another thumbnail for it while we were talking to people. It's kind of dumb, but I think it's kind of funny. There we go. That's the stupid fucking thumbnail I made for the episode. And all right, everyone, have yourself a great day. Thank you to everyone who supported via Super Chats and everyone who just chatted and called in.